Right when you are, buddy.
I think we're on.
Huh?
I think
We
we're
on? Oh, here we are. Oh, it's always a new game every week with you two. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Charley the Plumber. We are here this week with my co-host from Small Town Laser Creations, Zach and Shelby. Hi, Zach. Hi, Shelby.
Hi.
So what's happening this week? I have some stories once we get through the what's happening this week.
You didn't shoot shit.
Nope, I did not. I actually seen some deer. I seen 6 deer on Saturday morning. I seen 19 deer Saturday night.
It was
And
the same one that went in behind a tree back and forth.
It could have. And I seen 6 again on Sunday. I seen 1 friggin' spike horn, and that was it.
You know, I'm proud of you. You're getting to the point where you're going to let them go and let them grow. They're going to get so much bigger next year.
Well,
is that a saying? Let them go and let them grow?
Yes, that's a big saying around town. But you know what? I'm one of them guys that make them stay and blow them away.
Oh, that's nice.
What's going on, Timmer? Mr. Badass. John G is here. John G must have got out of work early because Cooney's not here yet.
Cooney is busy, but she's going to come on in a little bit.
Awesome.
Wasn't that little unit or tiny unit?
Yeah,
Unit
it was
one.
tiny one. Alex
Tiny
is
one.
here.
Alex.
Hello, Alex.
I'm getting no comments.
Well, you should refresh up top. Shut it off, turn it back on. That's what I normally do with
Yeah,
computers. It
just-
always works.
Yeah, still nothing.
No, Timmer, I did not miss them as usual. We seen 1 shooter buck, and that was actually they seen the same one twice. They seen it Saturday night, about 20 minutes before dark. It went from Uncle Theo to Jake the Snake's place, but it didn't come out to Jake the Snake until like 9:15.
Did they all go up there too?
Yes. Yeah, we had 5 up there this weekend, so
That's
that was
fun.
good.
Yeah,
Had a good time. We had, you always have a good time when you're up there.
of course.
What did we do? Saturday.
I think the first night you were there, I got a text around 11:30 that said, I'm drunk. And I said, no shit.
That usually happens when you're at camp.
Yep.
You know, the first night we were actually pretty good. Me and RK went out. We had dinner, and we come back and only had a couple of drinks. We had a little bit of I took up some what the hell that what the hell?
Huckleberry?
Nope, it was the whiskey. The
Buffalo Trace?
salted
Oh,
caramel salted caramel whiskey.
Okay.
Oh, the
Yes, they have the water.
like not the Old Smoky, but the
Yes, it's the Old Smoky
Yeah.
salty caramel.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I think that's delicious.
it is good. You can just drink it by itself.
Everyone thinks
Do you
that
have any?
I do not.
Oh.
I'm a little bit shocked. My liquor cabinet for my favorites are gone.
Oh my goodness.
So I've got no peanut butter here. I actually took the last bottle of peanut butter I had up north.
Did you leave it there or did you finish it?
No,
there?
I left it there.
So
Was I-
did you know that Old Smoky and some of these companies reached out to endorse him just because of how much he
Really?
sponsors
Shut
them?
up.
Wow. Do you
Shut
have a
up.
coupon code I can use?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
CTP at oldsmoky.com.
20% off on welcome to Old Smoky. No, it was you fall into a rut where you get your favorites. I mean, I did take up some
They switch up every once in a while.
some stuff for old fashions, but
Mhm.
Lurch had a couple of old fashions, and then we just never broke them back out again.
Doesn't Uncle Fred like old fashioned?
Uncle Fred likes fuel oil if you pour it. For him.
Yeah.
He'll drink pretty much
he made
anything.
me one at Wild Game dinner, and because I just wanted to try it, and
Makes you he'll
I
put
turned
hair
into a
on your.
man for 5 minutes.
That's right. Puts hair on places that you don't want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
John G doesn't work anymore. Obviously, John G is retired. Are you retired, John? I hope.
I cannot read any comments, so I'm sorry, everybody.
Why can't you?
I've done everything. They're just not loading.
Well, if you want me to look at it, just let me know.
I do
can
not want you to look
I
at
can
it.
take a look at it.
I did that too. It doesn't work.
Mr. Badass says, "Hey John, we are going to Irons RV on Thursday."
You're on the wrong channel.
It shouldn't matter. I'm watching it.
Yeah, but they are commenting on CTP.
Oh,
So
I'm
you can
watching it.
you
on
can
Small
hang
Town?
out in Small Town Laser if you want with all your friends.
No, I'm all right. I don't have any friends. I made that very clear about 10 minutes ago.
Anyway, so yeah, this weekend we went up north and we had a great time up there. The weather was Friday or Saturday morning. It was awesome. Saturday night, it was 68 degrees out. So you're sitting there with your friggin' T-shirt on and you're waiting for a deer to come in. But I will tell you, oatmeal raisin cookies on the heater, delicious. And that new pan that we got from Santa last year, I am all in on that pan. You know why?
Because it blocks the red glow.
Blocks the glow, baby.
I just pulled up the video about 10 minutes ago.
Yes, it does. It blocks that damn glow.
From the buddy heater?
Yes.
Why is it so bad?
Because it just
it's not. It's really not.
Bothers the shit out of me.
Jeez.
And it's one of these things. You put that little pan on there, and you can't see. All you can see is a little flicker, and that sucker gets hot. And I think it actually helps heat the blind.
It's like a radiator.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about putting like a couple of jugs of water on there or something. That way it'd be like hot water.
You could
what do you
bring
need hot water for?
He's gonna boil his distilled water to be able to throw a CPAP on mid
That's
hunt.
right. I can make tea. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Sitting there with CPAP on all day.
What do you need a CPAP for?
When he's taking a midday nap.
Yeah, when you get up there, you
you're
get sleepy
hunting.
just because you're looking at the same damn trees for hours on end.
I don't think I could hunt for that reason.
Next thing you know, the old head starts to bob, and you are out.
That happened to me when I was driving home from work this morning.
Well, that's not good.
Oh.
Mike said, "Hello, me and my boy seen tons of does and fawns up here in K-Pack, and one small 4-point. Good luck this season."
You as well, Mike. You as well. Up in K-Pack.
B Swan is here.
B Swan, what's going on?
K-Pack's not too far from here. It's about 20.
Look at what B Swan brought up.
Yep, that's the first topic.
Where is that Ohio Lake Erie
Slow
charter
down,
captain?
B Swan. We're getting into that.
What does he think of the walleye Lake Erie cheaters stuffing fish with weights? LOL. That's funny. That's what we were going to talk about.
So
first.
B Swan, we've already I talked to Wild Bill on Friday. Let's see, Friday night and Saturday. I was in contact with Wild Bill, so he sent me a couple of great videos. And yes, that is a conversation that we will be bringing up here very, very soon. That's amazing. Did you see some of the TikToks on that?
I did.
I saw
didn't
the
know
one
what
TikTok.
I don't know what I was watching at first, but then
I had no idea either.
But then I saw the person cut open a fish and just pull something really heavy out of it.
So I guess these two guys have been they've been suspected of cheating for the last quite a few years. And you'll have to look up when they started fishing. I think they started professionally fishing on some of the tournaments like 9 years ago.
Professionally cheating, you mean?
Well, no, they obviously. Well,
allegedly,
last year one of them friggin' failed the hell's the test that they take with line.
Math test?
No, not the math test. No, the
Oscar, what's going on?
what the hell do they call that?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Nobody knows.
Lie detector test.
Okay.
They actually give a lie detector test after these things. Hello,
Really?
Oscar, all the way from Malaysia. I love when Oscar stops in. And the good news is he adds the Romeo in there as well. Oscar, we have Romeo, a town of Romeo, a village of Romeo that is like 6 miles from us.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at some of the stuff, let's see. Brought their 5 fish catch up for weighing. They needed to beat 16.89 total pounds to claim Team of the Year honors and $30,000 in various prizes. Their catches weight 33.91 pounds.
So not only did they beat them by like a pound, they beat them by 14 pounds.
A landslide.
And when you say 14 pounds, you have to think about these fish. There's only 5 fish that they weighed. So at 5 fish divided by 35 pounds or 33 pounds, that's like, what, 7 pounds of fish?
Yeah.
There's no way in hell. I fished
Says, damn, one man said in disbelief. 33? Your fish are so much bigger than his, another said, trying to reconcile what he saw with what the scale read. A third simply said, "No fucking way."
And I think that was what happened. Is someone yelled, "Cut it open," and that's when they found him.
Oh, I have something. I don't know who Fisher is, but that's the
Fisher
last
is
name.
one of the main
Okay.
fishers.
It says Fisher grabbed. That's a funny last name for him. Fisher grabbed one of the fish, ran his hand over its stomach, and squeezed, and he felt something hard, too hard. He sliced open the dead walleye and plunged his hand into its flesh, which I think is what we saw in the video. He rooted around until he found what he hoped he wouldn't find. "We got weights and fish," he yelled, holding up 110 steel gray egg-sized weight that would be pulled from the entry. Then Fisher disqualified the two-man team he had submitted the entry to, and told him to get out of here, inserting curse word here, blah, blah, blah. So it goes on.
So that Fisher, and I can't, unfortunately, I don't know his first name, but I did watch his video. He's actually in charge of the Lake Erie Walleye tournaments.
Wow, really?
So he is the head guy,
Mm-hmm.
and they questioned these guys last year. So this Mr. Fisher, basically, I think someone called him out on it and said, check him or whatever the case may be.
Did you see what these things look like?
Oh yeah, they're like a big egg sinker.
Yeah,
so
like an aluminum foil egg.
So they would be like the size of a quail egg if you guys haven't seen them yet. About that size, like a little bit smaller
Does
than a golf
anybody
ball.
know what a quail egg looks like? Like if someone told me
What's
it's about
going
the
on,
size of a
Sergio?
quail egg, I'd be say, what the heck does that look like?
Actually, Lurch brought up pickled quail eggs this weekend.
Okay, but Lurch
That's
is,
the only reason
Lurch
why.
is a hillbilly, so Lurch knows things like that. But me,
Have you looked at who's in our room? I'm sure that 40% of these people have seen a quail egg.
I've never seen a quail egg. But I'm assuming they're bigger than a chicken's egg.
No,
But regardless.
no, they're only like that
They're
big
smaller,
around.
yeah.
They're
Oh,
very small.
really?
Yeah.
So like a robin's egg.
Yes.
That makes more
little,
sense.
little bit bigger than a robin's egg.
So it says protesting another angler's catch costs $500.
Wait,
Money
what does that mean?
So if I say he's cheating,
Mm-hmm.
it costs me $500.
Whoa.
Now hold on. Money that's only returned if the protest turns out to be upheld.
Got it. So if it's
Lewd tournament rules also note in bold typing that no polygraph will be given on hearsay or gossip.
Okay.
what do you mean here?
So
like you can't
So
if
you
you
can't
hear
say-
you two talking
Mhm.
about it,
Yeah.
I can't. That's hearsay.
Okay.
Or, like,
so
if-
you can't you won't get
So we can't say he cheated. We heard him talking to his partner.
and that
So
doesn't hold up.
Correct.
That
So
is
when
correct.
does it hold up? When you
When you have proof.
run your hand over
Yeah.
the fish and cut it
Or-
open?
Or when you can protest anyone, but it costs you $500 to
Okay.
protest. So if you say, and that was the same thing years ago with hockey.
Mhm.
If you wanted to protest a hockey game, it cost you $50 at the time. But
Wow.
same thing. So that when you have this,
Mhm.
basically when you have this, what you're doing is you're protesting. So if you're calling the guy out and it's not, there's no issues with it, then they take the $500 from you.
Leo,
Gotcha.
Thomas, what's going on?
Hi, Leo. How are you, buddy? Hope you shot a buck already.
I think do you know Leo?
Leo's actually went down on our trip with us.
This is the photo that Timmer sent us.
Yes.
You
Yes.
said that at dinner.
So going back to the story, so this Mr. Thomas, I think his name is Jason, but he put on a thing that Wild Bill sent me. It was kind of an apology. I thought it was a great apology because he started out and he said, first thing I want to do is I want to apologize to all the kids that we had there because my language was over and above. I got caught up in my emotion and this and that and whatever. I want to apologize to all the fishermen that were there because my language and this and that. And when it was all said and done, the more clips you watch, the more you see that the one guy friggin' stood there and took it. So I give him kudos. I mean, he's a cheater, but I give him kudos for at least standing there.
Like he didn't run away or anything.
He didn't run away
Okay.
or didn't call it. Well, I didn't put them
Mhm.
in there or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Right.
But they'll never fish friggin' walleye tournaments again. I wouldn't think.
Or any tournament. Really.
You wouldn't think so.
So
Wow.
the reason they couldn't compete in the fall brawl was because of their failed polygraph test.
Yeah, that was from last year.
Yes.
That one of them failed the polygraph I think
They
it
were
wa-
disqualified from the fall brawl and lost out on its prize of $125,000 Ranger boat.
That's his fault.
Now I think last year they made they made 300,000 between the two of them.
That's crazy.
That's like friggin', you know, they won a friggin' $75,000 Ranger boat that they had to pay taxes on, but you know, even at 75, you know, so if you're paying 15 grand in taxes or whatever, you still got a free boat.
Right.
Did they cheat? You really don't know.
My cousin got a deer this weekend.
Well, that's kind of a little bit off topic.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, we were talking
You
about
transitioned really quick.
it. I tried to. It's the one thing I can contribute. But anyway, keep going about the...
No,
The egg
it's
fish.
just it's one of them things that, you know, now you have to look at every event that takes money. You have to look at every friggin' thing, you know, whether it be a big buck contest. Because if you go back years ago, the story was the Mitch Rimpala buck. Mitch was, I think, a local guy here, and he shot back in the friggin' early 80s, I'm going to say. You have to look it up and see. But he shot this giant buck that was supposed to blow away the records, and they figure it was fake, and he wouldn't let them x-ray the horns.
Why do you have to x-ray the horns?
Because
They were probably trying to check the density.
they
see
were
if they were,
checking
like,
to see
added
if it
on.
was a made set of horns or what the story
People
was.
would really do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't think people would throw weights in a
Weights
fish.
in the fish.
Touche.
So that's crazy. I mean, you know, now you have to look at everything.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of me shooting my big buck to win the buck pool, because you'll know that's legal.
What's
but
a buck pool?
buck pool is what we have around
I've
the.
heard you say that, but I guess I've never asked.
Basically, what you do is
Kind
you
of a bet.
you put in your $10, and then whoever shoots the biggest buck collects the buck pool.
Oh, cute. How much is that? Like $70 or something?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that, depending on
Aw.
how many guys are in it.
That's fun.
A couple of years ago, it was 90. This year at the
Wow.
Lions Club, it's like 30.
30.
But it's
Why
all about
only 30?
because we only had 3 guys into it.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy how the math goes.
But their Lions Club has more than 30 people. But I guess it's only the ones that hunt.
But we only have
obviously.
now. Here's I shouldn't say this because he's a good friend of mine.
Then don't say it.
I gotta say it because he's got stupid rules.
Is it Neil?
No,
Oh.
no, it's Mo.
Sorry, Neil.
No,
if
it's
you're
Mo.
watching.
And I
Okay.
told him that I didn't think they were friggin' good rules. The first rule for the buck pool was the most points.
Like,
So if you shoot a 10 point,
7
you
point,
you
yeah.
got 10
Yeah.
points.
okay.
So in years past, it's always been points plus spread. Now, when my dad did it,
You measured the spread? Like with a ruler?
yeah,
Yeah.
my dad always had, and we always called his rules dumb as well because he used to
You
do.
just don't like any of these rules because you don't win.
Well, no, I've won before, but
You would win if it was like smallest, least, youngest, most likely to have
Most
bloomed
dots.
into most likely to have bloomed into something big one day, but I couldn't get anything else, so I got the small one. You win that.
Are you done yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good. No, so Pops used to have these rules. It was points plus spread, but his
Most
spread.
misses, Mr. Bad. I forgot that one. Thank you. I forgot that most misses. Yeah.
Ah, look at the time. We got to get the hell out of here, or at least
Oh.
one of us does.
Speaking
Um,
of, I will because I do have to go to the bathroom. I drank too much water at dinner.
But no, it was the thing that Pops used to have them where it was points plus inside spread. So if you had a buck that had giant horns, you didn't get count for all the bone on there. You had to go by the inside spread. Well, Mo has got it where it's most points and then it's the tips that he's measuring. So from tip to tip.
Isn't that spread?
Well, it is, but if you got a buck that comes way in, that the horns are almost touching, that's a true trophy. But then you only got like 3-4
4 inch
inches of
spread.
friggin', where you could have up to 16, 17
So
inches of spread.
Normal is going based off the outside beam.
Well, no, that's what the rules that we've always
Okay.
played by before. And then his other rule is if you put in your $10 and you hit a buck with your car and you get the ticket from the popo, you can enter that as a friggin' buck as well.
I think that's funny. And
It is funny, but I'll be pissed if I shoot a giant buck and someone friggin' hits it one with a car. Exactly.
Practical Ken is here. And then Oscar said, meanwhile, here in Malaysia, someone someone put a bunch of rocks inside of scrap rubber before they sell it.
And I used to have so they sell scrap rubber. I wonder if that's like tires and stuff. Tire. Is that the word? Tire. I used to have a buddy of mine that when he would take hot water tanks in, he would have his guy pour sand inside the tanks as well. They'd put like 10 pounds of sand in there. That way you get another couple of bucks. But that's funny. Hey, there's cheating in everything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like Bradford, when we were in Aruba, he tried to cheat me and do the race when I was drunk.
Yeah, instead you just pushed them down, so
I
you
did.
fucking cheated.
I did. Wild Bill's here.
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill, we already talked about your buddies down there in Ohio.
Hi, Bill.
Aren't you guys fishing buddies? Fishing partners or something?
That's why Wild Bill always catches the biggest fish.
Yeah.
They always weigh the most.
Hey, look at
I
these
feel like
guys.
that's
This
not a
is like a
nice joke to
7-pounder.
Maybe Bill won't like that joke.
Well, we do have Bill's sign out front here, so he can't
That's
really
true.
say anything.
You got to stand
against
it up
us.
just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, that light's reflecting. There, that should be good.
Reflection of the way life
Practical
used to
Ken
be.
said he's on his cell phone, so he can't interact as well as he normally does. If you turn your phone like this way instead of this way, and you take your lock screen off, you can, I think, chat and view at the same time.
But does that work too when he's driving down the highway at 80?
Yeah.
Well, if he's driving down the highway, he shouldn't be on his cell phone watching.
Why not?
anyway.
Years ago when we took
Because you're not supposed to. Yeah, when
Hey,
you were younger,
when
you
we
drove
took a
drunk
driver
and all
test,
That. Yeah.
we used to
That's
have to
right.
have a cigarette in our mouth, a beer between our legs. So you had the floor and the floor stick shift, and you were eating a candy bar as well.
Timmer made a good point. It's like selling some poor old lady an archway for more than what it's worth.
Wait, I don't understand. What's he talking
The
about?
archway was a good deal, Timmer.
Remember that red archway that he was charging 3 arms and 2 legs?
I got it
don't.
too.
Oh, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
I don't remember. What archway?
It was like an archway out next to the barn,
It was
Okay.
in the garden.
and it was a wrought iron archway.
You
Like
know how much
outside in this
scrap is?
garden?
Yeah.
That thing was filled full of rubber.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God.
Oh, shit.
You guys got great memories. I will give you that.
Yeah, they do.
Me? Or them?
No,
No, I thought you
them.
were making fun of me.
No, you,
That
Timmer
was
has a
probably-
notebook that he writes down
Yeah.
you
everything
can't remember
each week.
where you had lunch last
That
week.
was probably the the week that everyone was like, "Wow, Shelby, are you okay?" I just didn't listen to anything.
You know why Leo stopped in here?
Why?
Because the Lions have won the last two, the Lions lost the last 2 weeks. That was the only reason Leo's
Oh,
here.
okay. So
Yeah,
he doesn't like the Lions.
He's not a Lions fan by no
Okay.
means. So when we were on that cruise ship and I had the Lions playing and yada yada.
You guys got drunk?
Oh, we did get drunk.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Actually, I was only doing it because they were doing it. I wanted to fit in.
Yeah. Follower.
Hello, everyone. Connie was in the shower.
Tony's here.
Great busy day.
Bill said the whole cheating deal is just a black eye for the tournament, guys, and for the fall brawl and the slam. What does that mean?
Those are different tournaments out there.
There's 2 tournaments down in Ohio.
Mm.
I figure, you know what? I got a couple of friggin' downrigger balls that I can go down there, catch a 15-inch walleye and shove them suckers down there. It's got to be the same thing. I love all the memes on Facebook.
Oh, they're hilarious.
You got like the taco one, seen that many times. Seen the 2 guys holding up the friggin' weights like they were fish.
But like,
So-
if you're gonna do it,
You kill the fish and then you choke it to death again. Like you kill it twice.
yeah, and then
It's
you,
so
and then you
mean.
just
And then you're like, look, I win. I
Maybe-
made this fish suffer twice.
Maybe the fish are into the whole choking thing.
You're a disgusting
That could be true.
person.
But also, like, that's like shooting a. You know what
Why
you should
would you
do?
say that?
You should cut the horns off one of your bucks that
Oh,
you
yeah.
shoot this year, then shoot a doe, and then just tape them on.
That's what happened at friggin' up at Stahov's cabin years ago.
What?
We'll get into that story later
What?
about friggin' bigger horns on the tiny deer.
Oh.
It's just, if you've been fishing for years, that's a 10-pounder, that's a 6-pounder.
Well, and that's
Because
the
you've
thing.
been doing it forever.
When you pull a 27.5-inch walleye out of the lake and you win the friggin' money, you know right then that you've
Oh,
won
yeah.
the money. You guys wouldn't know about that. I would,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys wouldn't know about that.
So Oscar asked a question: does it allow, or is it allowed to cast nets out in the U.S.? for fishing purposes.
The only
I
net,
think you-
the only people that can use nets, Oscar, are the Indians. The I'm going to say North American Indians. I hope I won't offend anyone.
Like the native, like
Na-
native,
natives.
Americans.
Native
Natives, yep.
Indians,
Yeah.
yep. They're allowed to use nets, and then you've got some commercial fishermen that obviously use nets in different areas.
So you can't, like, if you went out on Lake St. Clair, you can't throw out a net.
Correct.
Really? What happens if you do?
Well, that's
DNR.
illegal. That's cheating.
But not even if it's not for a competition.
So
That's what I mean.
If you're netting a fish for your use, that is illegal.
Okay.
The only
I
ones
wasn't
that
sure if you were just talking like.
yeah, no, the Indians can
call it?
use the nets, obviously,
Okay.
because they have
And they get
Um,
free college.
your mom goes to college.
I want free college.
anyways,
Well, okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Badass, you're right. Smelt fishermen do use nets as well.
See, there's too many rules. This is why I'm not a fisherman.
So
this is why. This
Yeah.
is the one reason why
Yes,
too many rules.
Too many rules.
so you are correct, Mr. Badass. You can catch smelt in them. Wild Bill says cast nets for bait fish. Yeah, I'm sure you can do that.
So there's a lot of rules and regulations for DNR. DNR is actually in the state of Michigan. They have higher authority than Michigan State Police,
Why don't
True
you
story.
work for them?
which is I don't know why.
Because he
but
wants to get drunk during deer season.
Oh,
If you work for
sorry about
a
that.
DNR, you have to friggin' work during deer season.
and you you have to go through similar
The-
to the police academy for DNR.
You know
There's
who
a-
doesn't have to work during deer camp?
Who?
Me. I
Me
don't have-
neither.
I took all the days off,
Same.
and someone at work, not to, I'm getting off topic, I'm sorry. They said, "Oh, so where are you guys going?" I said, "Zach's hunting." And they go, "Oh, I didn't know you hunt too." And I was like, "I don't." And they're like, "So you're just going to stay home?" And I said, "Yeah, pretty much."
That's cool.
And
But-
everyone thought that was the weirdest thing, but I'm so excited.
So DNR, there's a ton of rules and regulations,
Okay.
and if you get caught breaking the rules, you can get slapped with serious fines and/or get your
Like
license
as an
taken
employee, you're saying.
as a hunter or a fisher
I
or.
thought you were saying if you worked for them and
No,
you
no.
broke rules. Okay.
But you can lose everything. You can get taken to court. You can go to jail. You can lose your hunting privileges or fishing
Forever.
privileges. Yeah, forever.
Wow.
3 years on some of it.
3 years on some of it.
Like
3
suspension?
Yeah, 3
Okay.
years. They'll take your license away for up to 3 years,
Wow.
and then plus all the court fees and all that good stuff. So
Gotcha.
never a good thing.
No,
So that just means live by the rules.
I'm a rule follower for sure.
Which the
If you're
only-
like Charley the Plumber, you live a good, clean life all the time. You'll be able to scumbag someone else down the line.
hey,
Oh,
there's
nice. It
always
comes
someone
back
that
to-
needs one of them friggin' what do you call it? The halo arch. The arches.
Yeah, for sure.
it's not
Yep.
you.
Huh?
It's not you.
I always got stuff for sale. It's only a good deal if you get something good.
That's
and she
true.
was happy as a bug
About what?
to come and get
arch.
her arch.
How much did you sell it for?
I think I got $75
You
for
did
it.
not for that rusty POS.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It was
she
painted
loved
like 4 times over.
It was red though.
There are people selling old like
What's going on, Edward?
cassette players on like Facebook Marketplace for $75.
Yeah,
like
when's the last time
old.
you bought a cassette player?
Why are they selling it for $75?
Can you go to Best Buy and buy a
I
cassette
could go to
player?
Salvation Army and maybe buy it for $15.
You know how much a Nintendo 64 goes for
How
now?
much? How much?
Over $100. It
Yeah.
might have went for 200 when it was in 92.
So can I have my money that you sold mine for?
Fuck no.
We
Yours
didn't
is at my
sell
house.
that. Yeah. Bill said in some states honor other states. So if you lose privileges in your home state, you could also lose in other states. Makes sense.
So Bill, what is the whole thought? I mean, I think I know the whole thought on it, but what's the thought amongst your other compadres for these two clowns that did this?
Ken said something that I don't understand. He said, if you're buying it, you call it rust. If you're selling it, you call it, I don't want to say that word because it might be a bad word.
Patina.
What does that mean?
I assume it's like trying to make it sound fancy.
Hey.
Patina.
It was just used by a little old lady for flowers going on Sunday back and forth to church.
Whereas like rust is like, oh, how much you want to take for that rusty piece of shit?
Oh.
No, that would be something if I was buying it. I
Yeah,
would say
that's what
that.
you would say.
Yeah.
Rust is one form of patina.
Well, there you go.
It's
But
a
it sounds
result
fancy-
of corroding
fancy.
steel. That's like Mom going to K. Rogers instead of Kroger.
Yeah.
Or
Or-
Target instead of Target. That's what my dad calls it.
Or
Kiki's watching on Small Town Laser.
Hi,
Or
Mom.
drinking Jobel, which is a French beer.
Jobel.
Yeah, Jobel.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Bailey's right now. I was.
You're supposed to say belays.
No,
That was the point of the joke, but you
Yes,
definitely
I know
dropped
that.
it.
I know that. You know, like Balake
No, that
and
wasn't
Jay
funny.
Quillen.
Blake. Balake.
Oh, from that
Yeah.
YouTube, those YouTube people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, they
So-
will never fish a tournament for money again, is what Bill says.
And he said hopefully they
Which
get
I
jail
agree
time
with.
for
Oh,
fraud.
yeah.
Do you think they will go to jail?
I think that everything was turned into the Ohio DNR, and it would be sweet if they would friggin' just hammer them, but they're not
They're
going
probably
to.
going to get
So,
fines, but I
I'll
don't
be
think they would
honest.
get jail time. Like,
I don't agree with the jail time.
I think that we could put
They
other
need to
people
get
in
fines,
jail. Yeah.
and yes,
Other
there's other
people
things that
belong in
people could
jail.
go to jail for.
Wait, so
Can
why
you
don't
take care of that shit on your mustache? Holy shit!
The heck?
So my question is, why don't you agree with that?
Because I pay taxes on people in jail.
And
I don't want to pay taxes on these scumbags. They should have payback restitution. They should get banned, and then they should be on house arrest. Something
So-
that doesn't cost me a shitload of
I
money.
think that the people who belong in jail are people who are like,
Jeffrey Dahmer.
that doing things to children, killing people, selling drugs, and like making the community a terrible place for others. These people are just trying to be scumbags and benefit themselves.
Yeah,
they don't
they're
belong
just-
in jail. They should be in debt for how many dues they have
So-
to pay, but
so
I don't think
I would
they have
agree
to go
with
to
what
jail.
Bill said.
So technically, they stole 300, potentially $300,000.
Yeah, pay it all
Correct.
back.
So supposedly they have, since they started walleye tournament fishing,
Mm-hmm.
have made close to $800,000.
Oh yeah, they should have to pay all of
So-
that. Well, at
so-
least
But the
So-
problem
this
is, how do
year.
you prove that?
You can't in the past, but
I
for this
understand that.
year,
I
yeah.
understand that. But here's where I'm going.
Okay.
If they made close to
No, Leo's correcting you. He said $3 million in 9 years of cheating.
okay, so
But he's incorrect in the part where he says in 9 years of cheating. You don't know they've been cheating the
That's
whole 9
correct.
years.
that is correct.
They might
but-
have gotten a taste of it the first 2 years, and they're like, "Oh, we need to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
winning."
Oh yeah,
but
becau-
but there's no way of knowing. This could have been their first year. You don't know.
That's
that is
true.
You
that is
don't-
true.
we don't know.
That is true. But
Until proven guilty.
So
but-
this year, I think whatever they made this year should get paid back. But what I think is all the other like fines and fees that they'll have to pay, they'll end up having to pay way
Yeah.
more than
I
what they made
disagree.
this year.
I think what will happen is they'll get a slap on the wrist, and with them get, because they say it was only supposed to be like a number 4 misdemeanor, whatever it is, something like that. They'll be able to knock it down to a misdemeanor, which
Okay.
is a slap on the wrist.
So
Well, yes.
the other thing which I lost my train of thought because Bill said it's the same thing as in my book as running a pyramid scheme, which
What do you mean running
Yeah.
a pyramid scheme?
that's what this would equate to
Oh.
because you're cheating.
So you get Joe that, hey Joe, I'll sell you this for $100. You get 10 people, and they give it to you for $100, and they get 10 people, and they get 10 people, and they get 10 people. That's what you get into with a pyramid scheme.
I just
Scream.
I don't know the
I
jail
don't-
thing.
I don't really agree with that.
I'm
comparison.
fine with the fines. I'm fine with the ban and everything. I just at
Don't-
the end of the day, do you know why it's not going to be a slap on the wrist? This is what I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Social media blew it up. So the judge is
Mm.
going to say, you are an example. We are going to
make
shit
an
on
example
you.
out of
But
you. Yeah.
but here's the thing.
Mhm.
How you said it a little bit ago. How can they say, well, this is our first time we ever did this?
I think it's going to be a long investigation, honestly.
But
Tim-
so they have no other
Unless
fish.
they rat each other out.
They have no other fish to prove that they stole anything. You just said that. There's no other fish to prove. So they're going to say, oh, this was our first time we ever done it.
And-
Yeah.
and-
There's no way. I
Yeah.
mean,
Or they're going to take this one. The judge is going to say, social media blew this up. We need to make this a rule.
I don't think they'll say that.
Well, no, they're not going to say that.
Yeah.
But so they're going to make an example out of them to make sure it doesn't happen again. And the example, that happens all the time with drunk drivers and stuff like that, where if
Mhm.
you were an idiot in a spot where there's a lot of idiots.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make you the example
Of course.
because they want to make sure it's changed.
Yeah. Bill said last year they failed the lie detector in the brawl and passed the one in the slam.
In
Read what Timmer said too, just so we
above
don't
that?
skip it.
Above that? Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to read earlier. He said they can pay huge fines, lose their boats and fishing privileges for life, and made to clean out public outhouses for years, specifically Timmer's outhouse.
Okay.
Or yours.
No,
and yours.
no, the outhouse
You're
that they
stinky.
would have to clean would be the one at the public launches.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Those are friggin'
Or
nasty.
at the like state fairs or
When
something
people
like
sit
that.
down and they got shotgun ass and blow it out right up against the friggin' thing.
Disgusting.
I love Edward. He's just sending us fish and he's
Emojis,
sending-
yeah.
Edward is the emoji king.
Have you been
Yeah.
checking your email? He's been sending a whole bunch of the monster.
I
monster
did.
truck
I've
stuff.
actually watched every friggin' one of them. No, that's pretty
Are you-
cool. But
You're not logged into the CTP email.
No.
We'll get you logged in so you can see the stuff that.
Okay.
yeah,
Edward
Does Edward
sends.
just send a bunch of emojis?
Well,
no,
do you
he-
know how they had the monster truck thing a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
He's been sending videos of. I don't know if he's taking the videos,
Yeah.
but of the monster trucks
I
in
feel
Aruba.
I feel Edward's going to give us a tour into
Wait,
Balashi,
We
into
didn't.
the factory,
we
a
need
personal
to tell
tour.
Edward that we bought our plane tickets to Aruba.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
We did. We bought our
Edward,
tickets to Aruba
we will be
last
down to
year.
Aruba. No,
Yeah.
last week,
Last. Well, yeah. Last. What did I say?
last
Edward,
year.
Oh,
call the friggin' call the let's see, what would be the
last year.
immigration police.
Oscar asked if
Spit my microphone.
That's why we
Yeah.
have our names on them because I
Yeah.
don't want your spit anywhere near my mouth.
Oscar asked, do they also join the noodling tournament?
What's
I don't.
noodling?
Noodling's more
Noodling
southern.
is with the
your arm,
Yeah, absolutely never.
but that's down in like I don't
Down
know,
south, Yeah, it
Georgia.
would be down south. I think Timmer is seeking a new maid to
Timber's-
clean them. That's gross. We
Mm.
won't even sell tickets for that one. I think you know what I think, Cooney. I think that that Unit 2 or Unit 1, whichever John G is,
Small unit.
since he's the last one here, he's got to do the cleaning.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like nose goes type thing.
Yep. Yep.
Bill said they won't be able to go to a public ramp or sporting goods store. I hope they don't have kids or wives that they have to be branded as cheaters like they are.
So
That's true though. He has a good point because like those people, like
Oh,
if
yeah.
they're married, like those women are going to get
Well,
looked at like terrible people because
Yeah.
of what they have done.
it's just like if you have the last name of what are the old mobster names from New York area?
like
like-
Jackaloni or
Like-
like
You
you're
called
just
me
or-
on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
That guy?
yeah, yeah. But it's if
Hurry
you
up
have
and
those
jump.
last names, then it's like
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
you're just assumed that you're part of it.
Well, we had a little issue with someone that come up to us a while back and said, yeah, just because our last names are that doesn't mean that we were involved in the person that just got killed.
Oh shoot.
I'll tell you that a little bit later if I have never told you that.
Okay.
I
It's-
saw a TikTok actually.
If it's on TikTok, it's real.
It's gotta
Exactly.
be.
You know that thing where like they take the song "One Thing About Me" and then they
Yeah.
tell a story. So this girl's telling
About
the
that
story.
Indian chick that got her poop
Yeah,
pulled out of her
That's
ass.
not the one I'm talking
Oh.
about. But this girl said, you know, she was working at a restaurant and she was training the first day, and then she saw some guy's last name and on the schedule who was training her, and she said, I forget which one it was, and she goes, oh, like the serial killer, haha. And then he didn't say anything, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, you probably get that a lot. And he goes, no, I'm related to him. Yeah.
So,
and then she was like, oh,
Jeffrey
okay.
Dahmer.
It wasn't Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
It was somebody else. I can't remember.
So when you
if I
say
saw it, I would remember.
serial killer, so he could have a giant box of cereal, they
Yeah.
just gobbles that up in
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a serial killer was when I was in private school. Obviously, it makes sense. Some kid for Halloween came to school dressed up as a box of cereal with blood down his face with a knife. And Bundy was his last name, like Ted Bundy.
Bundy.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. And I didn't know what a serial killer was, and I had to go home and ask my parents. And also, he got in trouble for being a serial killer at a private Christian school for
Yeah.
Halloween.
So Shelby, you need to jump up and read what Mr. Badass said.
Okay, Mr. Badass said, oh, Connie cleans in her birthday suit, Timmer. You guys are weird. Timmer goes perfect. Connie, does it come with leggings and a little bust duster? I can't keep reading these.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
what Timmer's going to be wearing.
Bill said, look, I love that Bill stays on topic. Thank you. He says, look what they did to Pete Rose. I don't know who that is.
That's a great friggin'
We take walleye tournaments seriously down here. Lots of honest people dump tons of money into fish tournaments. It's true. $500 to $600 in entry fees.
That's correct. So Pete Rose was a ex Major League Baseball player that used to play for the Cincinnati Reds, and he was a great ball player. Had like over 3,000 hits, the whole bit. And he got caught when he was done with his career. I believe he was a manager, and he was doing illegal gambling. He was betting on sports teams.
It says Rose was given a lifetime ban from baseball in 1989 for betting on games, but was given special permission by the commissioner's office to appear at Phillies events.
But unfortunately, they friggin' banned him also from the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. He's been barred from consideration for Hall of Fame because he's on baseball's
and he should have been
list.
a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame.
Well, don't be an idiot.
Used to call him Charley Hustle. All Charlie's got a lot of hustle in
So
them.
they do.
I
There was also
I don't disagree with that though. The don't be in the Hall of Fame. You can be the best, but if you're cheating, like
but he wasn't cheating at the game. He was cheating. He was
it's
just.
dishonest in the career in some type of a way.
We're not going to read that one.
No. Come on.
Which one? Oh my gosh!
So we're
Shelby,
going.
you don't
to,
want to read Bill's
Absolutely
comment?
not.
Oh, all right.
I get uncomfortable about things. We talked about this last week. I'm a very conservative person. So
I know you are.
I have a hard time reading things like that.
So
why are you doing
there was
that?
also
You're trying to get my attention?
yes Netflix documentary that recently came out. It was docuseries about a NBA ref that was betting on games, and he was swinging the score within 6 to 10 points.
How?
Because he was an NBA ref, he could call
call
a foul on whoever, and
just say that
he ended up making. He claims he only made 30,000, but I think he made way more because he was tied in with the mob and some other people.
Well, and that's the thing. Once you get them contacts, you can't get out of that.
Oh yeah,
You know, once you get that first bet and they get their friggin' cash, they're like, "Hey, this is easy money."
yeah.
Bill said he's choking. He needs the Heimlich.
That's anyway.
So back to deer hunting. We should probably get on a normal topic.
Okay, can I
this
talk
Sunday.
about my? Can I show you a picture of my cousin's deer
Yeah,
now?
tell us.
Okay, I don't know
What'd they
anything.
get?
A deer, a buck.
How big?
He didn't say. I tried counting, but I couldn't see it. Let's see,
Charisma's
maybe
here.
I'll lose it.
Charisma, what's going on?
Charisma. Hello. He got. Let me see. I can't.
Today was a beautiful day here.
It was super nice.
I loved the
One,
last
two,
couple of days. You can drive down the road, friggin' windows open, got the radio playing.
I think it's a 7-point.
Sure did.
Are you sure it wasn't a 30-point buck? A 30-point buck.
Buck.
They moved to Leonard recently. He said, got it done my first sit of the season, first deer in the new house, and he's going on the wall. Saw a bunch of does that were hard to pass on since I have no venison in the freezer. Patience paid off today. That's my cousin.
Nice buck.
Mm-hmm. It's 7, right? Count.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, that would
Why
be a
did
7.
he do this? Oh, probably just so that it would.
Well, he probably took the picture sideways.
Where's the jab?
The jab?
I don't see it.
Where it got
Yeah,
poked.
the poke.
Looks like it's back there.
It's a chunky one.
No, you got to open it up and friggin' right there.
There?
Yeah. That's probably the entrance.
Oh
this
yeah.
This is the one
That's a
Zach met at the wedding.
tall.
My cousin, he comes up to me privately. He goes, "Why do I feel like I can talk to your boyfriend about hunting?" I said, "'Cause you can."
Because he's a redneck, and that's when I had that big beard.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that you haven't went back to that.
He wants.
I'm getting there.
He wants
Alright.
us to
I
go
just gotta
over so
slowly
that you
get there.
guys can go hunting and we can ride 4-wheelers and stuff.
Where's he got a place at?
Leonard.
Oh, Leonard.
He lives in Leonard,
He
not far
probably
away.
lives out behind 5-spot Freddy, shooting all his deer.
Probably.
Well, Freddie's not fucking shooting him, so
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, back to hunting.
Yeah.
So
That's all I had. So I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
leave.
that's cool.
Whoa.
Timmer said his buddy shot that last week.
No, he didn't. What is that?
Big bull.
Big old.
How do you
That's Bullwinkle.
get that?
How do you get that?
Um,
You go to Canada and you live there.
Yeah,
but,
no shit.
But you like that can go down with a bow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, perfect shot. Anything
Jeez.
can do that. Anyone phone? What is that, Oscar?
Bezoar.
Check that out.
I'll look it up.
I'll have our people look at that. This weekend, Bill's going to 3 hunting
This weekend, let me read it.
gun. All right,
This
please
weekend,
do.
I'm going gun hunting. 3 counties in Ohio are having special 3-day gun season.
Oh,
I'll be
it's
looking
a,
for freezer queens.
Are they only freezer queens built that you can shoot down there this time of year?
Can they do that? Can they say you can shoot you can rifle hunt for 3 days?
Yeah.
Why don't they do
Yeah,
that here?
but it could only be a doe. Could be a doe only season. Go ahead. What is it?
It's a ball of is a
It's
ball of
gross.
swallowed foreign material, most often composed of hair or fiber. It collects in the stomach and fails to pass through the intestines.
Really?
Ew.
Didn't know that.
Hairball.
Huh. Yeah, it's like
What
a
do you do
hairball.
with all the intestines when you gut a deer?
You throw and leave them out to the side, and the friggin'
It out in the woods?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the critters will come and eat them.
I would just. Is it weird that I'd
So-
just like to see that?
So a couple of years
That
ago,
is kind of weird.
I mean, I've never gutted a deer. I was here helping you process it, but I'm talking from start to finish. It'd be cool to see.
we had one that we ended up. It was a roadkill, so we seen
Ew,
it.
you took it?
Yeah, well, we found it was actually in our field at Shady Acres. So we come in, we see it. It was a doe, and it was fresh because we walked by in the morning, come by in the afternoon, and it wasn't there. Or them when we found it. So we gutted the thing out, and we basically cut the hindquarters off and the back straps off, and we threw everything else right back in the woods, and we put a camera on it. And that was pretty friggin' badass because then you see the stuff that we think, we're not 100% sure, but we think it was a female eagle, bald eagle, that come in and was munching on it. So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
We we were up at Dr. Rob's cabin for I think Scott's bachelor party.
If I wasn't at Scott's
No,
bachelor party, if I was
it might
there
have been
for
during
this.
the winter though when we went up, and there was one flying through the fields. It was pretty badass.
Oh, I
A
don't
bald
remember.
eagle?
I thought you were going to talk about the skeleton we saw at Shady. What was that? Do you remember?
Can you read
It's like a
Oscars
turkey or
for us?
something. Oscar said it's kind of expensive, and Chinese medicinal practitioner usually will pay a lot for that.
Huh.
For
I'll
what?
be dipped. For the
the
stuff in the stomach.
that's gross for a hairball. Bizarre.
Well, you never. There's obviously a reason. What's the reason that they use it for over there, Oscar?
Yeah,
I'm a
can you
little
look
bit
that up, too?
intrigued there.
Will you look that up too, since you have it up already?
Yeah, what they use it for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Timmer said, Eric, it's amazing what a rum can do. What are you talking? What are you talking about?
He just talks to hear himself talk.
Okay. I do that too, says Zach.
Oh, so Wild Bill is going down for a CWD hunt, chronic wasting disease hunt.
What does that mean?
Basically, when that's why they banned baiting in Michigan, because they have this thing that if deer all huddle together in an area where there's bait, supposedly it's like when you're with a
AIDS
bunch
of
of
deer.
people.
What?
AIDS of deer,
AIDS? What does that mean?
like AIDS, but deer version, where it passes.
Really?
That's how I
That's-
describe it.
That's what it is?
Because it's passed from saliva.
Oh, you're talking the chronic
Wait.
wasting.
Yeah.
Dis-
What are-
Okay, I thought
Oh,
we were back on that on the bee
Oh
thing.
no.
On the I was
Okay,
like,
okay.
people pay for deer AIDS?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the chronic wasting disease. When they sneeze and they sneeze real close to each other, each other deer, they can pass this stuff back and forth.
Oh. Connie said, Ken, Mr. Moose, who is their dog, likes to chase planes. He was all about it Sunday. Plane goes by, and he looks. It's funny.
I wonder how many planes he's caught.
I'm going to guess 0.
He's
Hopefully 0.
So my father used to tell a story about the neighbor's dog when he was a young kid
Mm-hmm.
that used to chase cars. Well, back then you didn't have, real fancy cars.
Right.
This was back in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the damn thing used to chase the cars or trucks or whatever, and it would friggin' it would bite at the tires and stuff.
Yeah.
So they tied a burlap bag around the tire.
What?
So the dog went over there and he friggin' bit on the burlap bag and
Oh no.
Just rolled them down the road.
Oh man.
I said, well, did it correct the dog? He said, chased every other car but ours.
That's funny.
So Oscar said, usually they only found in porcupines,
Bizarre.
and are used and believed to cure dengue fever.
Really?
Dengue fever.
Dengue fever.
Timmer said in Saskatchewan, you can see your dog run away for a week. What does that mean? Why do you let your dog go away for a week?
Must be had friggin' beagles 'cause
Rumspringer.
them bastards
know
would
what that
friggin'
means.
take off forever.
Connie said, I'm guessing he used to live by an airport or his parents got a plane before we adopted and rescued him. Oh, maybe. Moose, not Timmer, unless Timmer's adopted and Timmer liked to chase planes as well.
I think Mr. Badass is adopted as well.
Bill said, I hunt that area 10 times a year. It's nothing to see 50 or 60 at a time.
That's
Way
crazy.
overpopulated. The deer? 50
Yeah.
or 60 deer at a time?
Yep. Yeah, and that's what we had up at Shady Acres with the same
What?
darn thing
No, you
because
didn't.
we did. There were so many deer up there that we started shooting 45, 55, 65 pound deer to get the population down so that the deer would get bigger.
That's why they started shooting them.
As they got bigger, because we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago. A doe can
A
have
deer, a female deer.
Timmer said Saskatchewan's so flat, and Mr. Badass said, is that her name? I think I met her. Sorry, I just had to say that.
they had a doe can have 1, 2, and 3 fawns. So it takes no
Okay.
time at all for them to freaking repopulate.
1, 2, or 3 like in one.
Yeah.
I don't know. You call it a litter or a pregnancy or whatever.
Yeah,
Is it
whatever
a
you want to
litter?
call it.
What is it for
I don't
deer?
know. But
Look it
also
up.
then, at that point, then now you have all these extra deer trying to eat the same food, and there's not enough, so then they don't grow big, and then
And that's why they do this Ohio hunt.
Yeah,
that or that's
well,
what
they're
they do
trying
at
to get
Shady.
rid of the population down there to get rid of some
Why
of the
don't they
deer,
just take the deer and bring them to somewhere less populated.
or what
Just
they do
fucking
around
shoot
here,
them.
or what they do around here is they do night shoots. They actually
Mm.
shoot them and then they take them to like a homeless shelter or something like that
Huh?
and get rid of them. Huh?
Homeless shelter.
Homeless, yeah.
What do you mean?
We actually have a scale, Timmer. But we do have a picture of Lurch, and Lurch is 6'7", by the way. But he had his bow in one hand and his deer in the other hand.
I don't know what's going on. What are we talking about right now?
Right now, we're just
We're-
talking about fishing and hunting.
Okay,
You want
because
to join the conversation?
I feel like we're bouncing back and forth, and I don't know what conversation, which comment is
we
in.
are, but we're
I just can't keep track.
triplets are very common.
Really, Bill said that.
That's not what he said.
But that's what. He
Yeah,
said.
that's what
Very
he said.
come on. Oh God.
I think he meant common.
I think he does well, but we just got to make sure
Why'd you
you're
make me
freaking-
say that?
Anyway, so this week we are headed to
So embarrassing.
Bay City, Michigan,
Bay City, like BAE.
like BAY
Oh.
City, CITY.
That was not funny for anybody watching this podcast.
And then next week we're back to bow hunting again. So I would love to just skip the weekend.
If you would have, I would have went up with you this weekend.
Oh, because you had the weekend off.
Yeah.
But then Shelby would have been home by herself.
I was home by myself last time we had the weekend off.
That's fine. No, it was
Okay.
just for one day. But she knows what happens during deer hunting season.
That's right.
You don't ever go hunting unless
I don't
it's-
get enough time. I think I
think
would have
you
went last
should-
weekend.
You should go bow hunting.
Well, the problem is I worked last weekend, and then I worked the next weekend. They're going up.
I'll tell you what, that
But-
work is way overrated.
Yeah, no shit.
Are you hiring?
No.
He said no. I
Nope.
tried.
No, we're back on everything is running smooth here at
Smooth operator.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. Good.
During hunting season in the U.S., what weapons are legal to be used?
Pretty much anything.
No,
No.
don't say
Well, you
that.
can't use a
Okay,
bazooka.
These
but
are the
also,
things you have to say.
Oscar is
though.
from Malaysia,
yes,
so
I
Yeah.
understand that. So I really
no-
don't know
no-
what.
No automatic.
Well, no automatics. You
So-
can use a semi-automatic.
crossbow, bow and arrow,
Yep.
um,
Shotgun, pistol, rifle, small caliber rifle, big caliber rifle.
It really
Um,
depends where you're located.
So I guess I don't know what kind of guns you can use or what kind of weapons you can use in Malaysia. That would be the first start where we go to.
Well, the question was about the U.S.
I
They
know
know
it.
what they
I
can
know
use
it.
there.
Well, I'm just
How
I
about a
don't we don't know
spear?
what they can use. I mean,
he said, how about a spear? Can we use a spear?
I wonder if you could. Is that
Well,
legal?
I wouldn't see why
It's
not.
like a big arrow, right?
Wouldn't see why not. I mean, if you're that good, I know that there's been people that speared like wild boar, stuff like that.
Mm,
But when you get into the spear thing, Oscar, you get a lot of the PETA, people eating tasty animals,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm.
they don't like the whole spear thing. They're not big hunting fans. So you got to kind of work
Yeah.
around that.
Timmer said this weekend is Thanksgiving in Canada. Most of us head to the woods or water to hunt. Nothing better than venison back strips or a bacon-wrapped goose breast. That's
In
Interesting.
Canada,
myself,
can you shoot Canadian geese?
No.
I'm wondering if they're like protected because they're Canadian.
Well, they're protected here, and I don't know why.
No, they're not protected here.
Canadian geese?
No, Canadian geese are like friggin' rats around here. There's so
They
many,
are.
so damn many of them.
They're saving them for all the Canadian goose jackets.
Canadian geese are mandatory birds protected by federal law.
They're migratory birds.
That's what I said.
He said, damn right we can.
Goddamn right.
And they're not. They're licensed by the federal, so you have to have a federal stamp. You can shoot a certain amount of geese.
Really?
Yes,
But Michigan has the broadest possible hunting season.
Mm.
The state's hunting season stretches from September 1st into early February.
Connie's gonna bring the bacon over for Timmer.
Oscar said, I don't really care about PETA because they're more worse than what we think they are.
That's probably true.
Yeah. What
Tim
is-
Wells
what does that
uses a
stand
spear
for?
in
People,
Illinois.
What does PETA stand for?
People eating tasty animals.
No, what does it actually stand for? Dip. I know that.
People for ethical treatment of animals.
Oh, okay. The
All
E threw
this
me
time, I thought it was the other
off.
one.
No, you didn't. Don't be a ding dong.
Okay, so we'll have to look that up. Tim Wells using a spear in Illinois.
Illinois. There's no S that you actually pronounce in Illinois.
Well, this is my thing. I'm going to call it Illinois.
But that's incorrect.
I'm going to Myers,
My
No.
ears.
or I'm going to
You're
Kroger's.
gonna make me start twitching. Can you stop talking?
I'm leaving.
Go ahead. See,
Yeah.
see you
Yeah.
later.
So you guys are
CTPs.
going
Going
to
on,
sit
Rob.
here like this.
CTPs.
I
Charley
watched.
the Plumber.
I watched that show where you
Yeah,
guys just sat
because we
there.
had it here with. Yeah,
Hello,
hey,
Rob.
kid.
Hello,
Can
Rob.
you guys hear me?
Hey,
You want to see my ear? Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
are you going to get back on track? Let's
Well,
get back
I'm
on
just
track.
trying to let you know how you're doing.
All right.
You're commenting on how we acted during that podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Mr. Nutsack-eel.
Oscar says, "Please
Uh-huh.
eat this animal."
Yep, that
Good-
could
good
that could work
thing,
too.
Yeah.
Huh? What? Oh, PETA. I was like,
You've had them with your Greek salads.
Yeah, that's what you have with Hummel.
chicken?
Pitas.
PETA's.
Woo!
Yeah. I do get chicken on my Greek salad. Oh,
So
wow.
anyway,
Oh, boy.
let's move a little bit forward.
Bill said, "Did you guys like my Bambi stir fry the other night?" I don't know, Bill. You didn't send it to me.
That's because you're not on the text.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
I tell you what, Bill makes some pretty amazing
I feel
looking
like
stuff.
Bill's a really good cook.
Yes, I would think so. Someday he'll make a good wife. Maybe.
Aw. Timmer said
Ah.
Rob is here.
Yeah, Rob is here. He just popped in.
He said time for deer season.
I'm ready.
John said live from the jungle. That's right. Zach's gonna swing like Tarzan. It's gonna drop down. You know, the rope's gonna fall in about 10 minutes.
Where's Mr. John at now?
John Foster?
Yeah, he's going somewhere, isn't he?
He just
Yes, I know that.
He's going somewhere.
Yes. Okay.
Where's he going?
Welcome to the jungle.
Where's John going?
He's not going anywhere. else.
Anyway,
What is
moving on.
what? I'm so confused. What is wrong with him?
I thought he was going somewhere, and Zach was going to meet him.
Oh, Columbia?
What?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like next year in the
Yeah, that's in a while,
springtime.
though.
Well, I didn't know if that's where he was at now. All right.
No. He's
Stop
not there
it,
yet.
you guys.
No, he's saying we are live from the jungle, not
Oh,
he
oh,
is in
Yeah,
the
talking about the
jungle.
background.
Oh, got it.
Oh my god.
Stay with me.
No,
you stick with us.
You stay with us.
Wow.
That
This-
took me a
actually,
minute.
it's only been my first drink tonight too. That's
Jeez,
probably
oh,
why.
Pete. When is the Columbia trip?
New Year's time, right around.
Oh, like next year,
Wait a
like
minute.
late in the year.
Oscar's here just for the southern accent. We don't have a southern. We don't have
Because
an
I
accent.
love southern accents. That's
Oscar,
so
we
cute.
don't have an accent.
don't have an
Everyone else in
accent.
the world has an accent.
But we
You
do
talked
not.
You talked to Timmer. He's got a Canadian accent. How's she doing? How's she going? Eh?
How's she going, eh?
That's the same as what's his face? Stahav. He's got a
Stahav's a
Canadian
Finlander.
What?
Finlander.
Mm,
No, he's actually a Polak. Can I say that?
I don't know. You
I
did
don't think
anyway.
that's-
Bill said Peter Pan also makes stir fry. Who's Peter Pan? Is that his name?
His brother's Peter Pan.
The brother of Peter.
I'll give you that one.
Eric said, Bill, walleye tournaments need to fillet all fish as a requirement rule. That's not a bad idea, I guess.
Well, they did. They started that, Eric. But what happened was the damn knives kept getting so damn dull because they were trying to cut through lead.
Rob said they have accents from the movie Fargo. What?
You betcha.
And then Connie said, Timmer really doesn't have an accent. And Timmer said, whoa, now you all talk funny. We enunciate our words. You probably do. We don't talk correctly.
No, we don't.
I try to. And I will say my boss at work, she enunciates all of her words and she sounds very proper. And I'm just like, that's how I'm supposed to talk. But we just don't do that.
Sorry.
So,
Siri.
wait.
Sorry.
Bill said, Eric, if I weigh a fish for the brawl or the slam, I will cut it open. Oscar said, while reading the comments in the chats, I heard a bit of Southern.
Oh, there's lots of hillbillies in here,
Yeah.
Oscar.
For us, it's more northern. We're all
Yeah.
got that twang.
Miss.
We call it pop,
Pop.
Soda?
not soda. Nope, that's not the right way.
Eric said, I don't think Timmer has much of an accent compared to me. And then
Yeah,
What?
yours is redneck. His is Canadian.
Bill said, I meant peanut butter, not stir fry. Sorry, might be drinking. His texting is not good. Bill, I hope you're not driving anywhere tonight.
You know what I love? I love when people do the voice to text because it's so horrible.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
so bad. You have to like read between the lines.
So horrible. So anyway, back to deer camp. Let's you guys want to talk deer camp?
Do you want to see
Deer
my
camp?
cousin got a deer? Do you want to see it?
I did see that.
Oh,
It's a very
that's
nice one.
That's the only thing I can
J&J
contribute.
True Outdoors, welcome
JJ.
from West
Hello from
Virginia.
West Virginia. Bow season is here.
West
Open
Virginia,
September
born and
24th.
raised.
First time being here on your live. Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Sorry for
J&J.
anything that he says.
Yeah, it'll go good. It actually will. So getting to deer camp.
Someone just burp in the microphone.
Obviously,
No, he
we have bow season that is in full bloom here in Michigan. Have not checked my camera today. I got them stupid reveal Tacticams.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
No,
okay.
No, wait a minute.
You go first, then I get
Yep.
to rebuttal.
So it's a stupid camera because this is the reason why. Because you sit when someone says, "Yeah, I got a buck," or "I got a three deer on my pile," immediately you got to go and check your camera. Then you go to bed at night and you flip through and you're like, "Oh shit, got 6 deer on my camera." And then you go through and the next morning you wake up and you're like, "Oh, go out to my blind this morning. Oh crap, I got 2 friggin' deer out there in my friggin' feed plot." So I know as soon as I walk in there, I'm gonna chase them away. But the good news about the camera,
Okay. Yep.
so you can put your notifications on.
Oh, and then you wake yourself up. You son of a bitch.
When the notification goes off and it's vibrating on your leg or in your pocket or wherever it's at, you're like, "Oh,
Bill just said, when do we pick the white elephant Christmas people?
Oh, we do have to do. I think we got to do that next week.
We have to, anybody who wants to do it, Let me talk about it really quick.
Yep, go ahead.
So we're going to do a white elephant Christmas gift exchange. And if you're not familiar with white elephant, it's just like a funny gift that you bring. Let's say we're all, having a Christmas party. Everyone brings a funny gift and you get to pick a funny gift. And at the end, you get to trade gifts if you want. But since we are not able to all be together, we're going to do it more of a Secret Santa type thing.
Yes.
But it's still white elephant in the sense that we want it to be funny gifts and not like anything serious.
So I'm going to give away the experience, the tug.
No, you're not, because you can't do that.
Why can't I?
Because you just said it. Otherwise, you probably would have been able to. But
I might
so
give it to
anybody,
Bill.
That's fine, but it's not going to be for white
Can you let
elephant.
her fucking talk?
Yeah.
God damn it.
So if anybody wants to participate, we want to do it with all of our CTP family. So we're going to do email, right? I do have to be a part of the email.
Yep.
So Zach's going to type the email that you have to send it to and pin it at the top of this chat. So email if you would like to be included. And then next week, I am going to draw names and match everybody together. Like,
Let's give them, you should do so what we need tomorrow, I need you to shoot a video so we can post it next Tuesday. They can comment if they want to join.
Okay, good idea.
Just to get more people aware that aren't on the live chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we will put the email in the list. Everyone has to email
Yep.
whatever information you need.
So this is going to be giant. It could be potentially giant.
No, we want it to be people that.
Let's
like,
be
it's our
real. We have like
CTP
12
family.
people that are like,
Yeah,
I
it's
got
not-
22 watching right now, baby. 22.
22. Right
it's
now.
not going to be giant, but just people who want to participate. But like Connie and Eric, like I'll make sure you two do not get matched together. So like I'm the only one that's going to know. And we'll have $1.
What's our dollar amount?
I think we should have a $25, $20 to $25.
I would say
20 bucks?
15 to 20.
$15 to $20.
Because you got stuff in your house. You don't need to buy anything.
That's the point. Is it's
All you
just
got to do is
funny.
I'm going to go in my closet. I'm going to friggin'.
Don't say.
Yeah, come on.
Don't say this. Don't say this.
I'm just giving these people an opportunity.
They don't want your dirty underwear.
No, you're
Shit
not.
streaked underwear.
We don't want to give gross hand-me-downs.
No. It's going to be something decent. It's going to be something I don't use no more. But it's like that's the whole thing of the white elephant. You don't want to have to go out and spend money, because if you've got a family of 20 you got to buy for, and then you got to buy one or two more gifts, that's more money you need to spend.
I would say max is $25.
And
that includes shipping.
That includes shipping, yeah. And
Well, it looks like Timmer's getting a pair of old socks.
Oh yeah.
Ship shit into friggin' Canada, for Christ's sakes.
you know what? We should go to that restaurant, down the road that hands out those peppermint candies with the bill. We can ship those to Timmer because
Yeah.
the peppermints will be free, and then we'll just pay the $25.
Are we sending Patty as well?
peppermint patty?
Yeah.
No, I mean sure if they're free, but that's about it.
John said if he gets a used banana hammock, he's gonna be pissed.
Well, it's not something you haven't seen before, John.
We
I'm sure Zach has.
we did one of these in college, and John received one of those big old fucking dildos
Oh no!
years and years ago, and somehow
Terrible.
at the party it disappeared. And John never saw it again. We assumed some chick picked it up and said, "I'm taking this home."
Yeah.
Bill said, "How do we do it so Shelby gets a present also?" Oh, that's cute. I'll be in it.
Yeah.
But I'll just know who got me my gift. So I'm gonna come after you if you don't send it to me.
I mean, realistically, I think we'll probably all know. And
I'm not telling. Maybe you'll know because we live together, but he's not gonna know anything. He's gonna know
Ensign.
Jack.
So I would also say we need to. I would like to do a video of the gifts being opened. So if people could, if you would like,
Yeah.
send the video to us
Mhm.
of you guys opening the gift,
Yes.
and then we'll do a
probably
little edit and post it around Christmas time.
Maybe we'll open like beginning of November or something, or beginning of December.
I was going
Like,
to say beginning of
thanks-
November. I'm going to
I'm-
be out of here.
Thanksgiving time, and then we can post it closer to Christmas.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So back
Okay.
to deer hunting.
Timmer said, "I'll sacrifice the shipping if it's opened on live chat." Ooh, all three of us will open ours live. I don't understand why.
He's gonna
coming
send
with something.
something.
He's coming with something.
It's not going to be terrible.
No,
but
it'll
he's-
just be
yeah.
funny.
So anyway, Anyway.
How much is a tarantula?
His
do
ADHD
they
is just
survive-
fucking driving him nuts right
Oh
now.
yeah, we're like friggin' all. I can get crazy and get all over topic, but want to stay on topic.
Okay.
Friggin' hunting season,
how,
baby.
How much is a tarantula from the pet store?
Probably not that much.
Why don't you just give him an angry spider? It's pretty much the same thing.
A tarantula is a spider.
Or just give him a picture of an angry spider.
That's funny.
That's a butthole.
What?
Angry spider. Look it up on Urban
No,
Dictionary.
thank you. I'm not going to do that. Oscar, back to deer hunting. Thank God. And we're
Thank
back to talking
God.
about something else.
Thank God. So, we're going to a new tent this year, guys. We're going from a 1632 tent, army tent. That would be a GP large.
Hmm.
No, that would be a GP medium, actually.
Gross Point.
Yes. So we're going back to a small tent, 16 square tent. So this year we're going to have all new videos on how the tent's put together, what we've created for inside the inner workings of our tent.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to check them out when they come out.
So back to the white elephant. Just kidding. I'm not.
you guys let me know when you're done.
Yeah, I need to. We need to go a little bit wider. Even if we hit 36, I would be happier.
What are you talking you're
bed,
not talking
bed
about
width. No.
White elephant. Okay.
Bed width.
You just said, let's get back to
I
the
was
white
just kidding. I was
elephant.
just
okay,
kidding.
okay.
So this is why I get confused and I just zone out.
36 inches for the bed width, I think, is reasonable.
Why don't you send a text out right now?
I don't give a fuck what they say.
Why don't you put the text out right now and you can friggin' tell them that you want your bed that wide? Because I'm tired of arguing with the old bastards.
I'm just gonna bring it.
Okay.
What are they gonna do? Say no?
Yeah, that's true.
You got the measurements. All we gotta do is cut it.
Leo, we did not find bunk beds, but we did find some scaffolding. So last night we sat down, or we were out at the tent, and we cut our scaffolding down. We got it all set up. So we're ready to rock as far as that goes. We're putting some what they call a pick. A pick is basically a bunk, and then we're going to add to it on both sides. Speaking of double lung hunt club. Yeah, we're gonna add some distance or a little bit bigger bed on both sides. So the guys have kind of said, okay, we're going to do the 32-inch bunk. We're making enough room for 6 people, so we can have a guest. So if you stop into Iron River someday, we have room for 1, as long as you bring booze, beer, food. What else
Booze.
will we need?
Booze.
Yeah, more booze.
Chuck
Yeah.
D said, nice set decorations. Where'd you get the 1980 tree bark camo?
Wow.
Well, he's had that since about
Yeah.
1980.
Yeah, I probably had it that long, Chuck D.
So when you guys set up the tent, you didn't do all the top bunks. I only
I-
saw the one.
I did not set up the tent. The tent
Well,
was set
no,
up.
I meant the bunks.
Yeah, we all the bunks are ready to they're ready to go. We got to put
Oh,
plywood.
the only photo I saw was just the one bunk bed.
Oh no, we have bunks in there for 6. We just got to get one more pick in there, and then we have to our next trip out there. I'm sure we'll be cutting the plywood to fit over top of the picks, and then we'll have to screw everything down. And then we have our carpenter, 16-foot deer blind guy. He's,
The one that was standing on the roof, sighting in
yeah,
his bow. Okay.
yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna fucking topple off.
Yeah. Well, let's get back on that conversation in a bit because that was friggin' awesome.
Connie, hang on. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go
Connie
ahead.
said, I think Shelby needs to be included in a gift. And then Bill said for me to look up bed width, and I'm going to. But Timmer and Bill both said that they agree. But I'm going to be involved in the gift. I'm just gonna know who's buying for me. That's the only catch, which is completely okay. Also, bed width for your guys' conversation. You said 36 inches?
Well,
They
no.
want 32. 32. What's the
30
difference?
38 inches by 75 is a twin size bed, and that's for toddlers, children, or single adults. 38 inches is like
single
What,
boys.
what was
Okay,
it? You
but
said 38 the first time.
38. Yeah, 38 by 75. Twin XL is 38 by 80, so it's longer. And then a full size or double
So
is
if they're gonna
54
make me
inches
go
wide.
to a 32. I want it to be a 64-inch
That's
length.
less than
Well,
what's
it's
the
gonna
length?
be. It'll be 7 feet long.
No, I want
You're
it
not getting
64.
any-
I want it less than
You're
that,
not
so them
getting
tall
any
fuckers
taller.
struggle.
You're not getting any
I'll be
taller.
fine.
Well,
Oh.
fire it out right now.
But 32 inches is less than 3 feet width. That's like one. That's like this. That's it.
It's a skinny bed.
Holy
We used to
moly.
sleep on 32s, and it
Actually,
sucked.
I think we used to sleep on 27.
Do you have a tape measure in your pocket?
Yeah, right here.
I was just curious.
Could you
because-
look up a cot size? COT cot.
Hang
Cot
on,
is
I'm
32.
gonna watch back where I flip you off. It's coming up soon. Oh, here it is. I beat you to it. Anyway, what am I looking up?
Cot. COT size cot.
I graduated
Timmer-
college. I know how to spell cot.
It
Well, I
was
wanted
pretty
to make
impressive.
Sure that other people didn't,
It wasn't a
Oh,
huge pitch
okay.
on this roof, but you could tell every time he had a bucket stacked up, and that fucking bucket was going to teeter-totter off if he...
What are you talking about?
So here's the conversation.
30 inches by 75 inches is cot size.
Leo, my problem is I'm going to get drunk, and then I'm going to pee from the top bunk onto someone on the bottom.
Yeah, Zach has a little issue when he gets up there. He gets really relaxed. In my thought, I'm actually thinking we need to put like a toddler bed up there for you so you don't roll off.
I would like that. That's RK up on the roof of the barn at Shady Acres, sighting his bow in.
Maybe you could put that
Sighting
up for
his
the
what?
picture out here.
What's he citing?
Sighting his bow in.
Oh my
So what happened was I get up there. We leave last week for opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I get up there on Thursday. I had to work a little bit around town here. So I get up there Thursday at like 4 o'clock. On the way up, I picked up a stove for our new tent, a new LP gas stove. So paid $75 for that, got that loaded up. And then I get up there, and RK he's got the bow blind, or he's got the bow target out. He's got a little table set up, and the table consists of a lawn chair, and he's got this stack of like 7 buckets stacked on top of each other, and then he's got this cushion on top. So I get there, and it's like, hey, what's going on? Oh, you sighting your bow in, eh? He's like, yeah, friggin' bow's not where it needs to be. So come to find out, he shoots this thing like 17 times. Where's the cat going over there?
Squirrel, keep going.
Yeah.
So he shoots his bow like 17 times. Well, come to find out, on the crossbow, there's the crossbow marks in the scope, 20, 30, 40, 50. He starts using the friggin' first one. He's thinking, oh, that's 30 yards. So he starts resighting his whole crossbow in. He's like, son of a bitch, I'm shooting way low. So he's...
Oh, he fucked it all up.
He's cranking this friggin' bow, so he gets his sight on, and then he starts shooting, and he's like, yeah, I'm getting closer now. And he opens up YouTube or whatever, and he starts reading the directions. He's like, son of a bitch. First mark was 20 yards. So then he gets back, he's like, going back the other way. So I tell him, I says, if you're going to shoot this bow, you got to shoot, he's shooting from a 16-foot blind. He's 16 feet in the air plus his chair, so he's probably like 18, 19 feet up. I says, you got to shoot from the top of the barn. So he gets this old aluminum ladder, puts it up, it's rattling friggin' way he gets it up there. And this thing, it's got the weight limit on the side not to exceed 100 pounds because this thing's this friggin' rickety. So he gets up there and he takes a friggin' chair up on the roof. Then he comes back down and he gets this stack of friggin' buckets that are like this high. He carries them up. He comes back down. He grabs his crossbow and this cushion. He carries that up. So I'm watching him. I'm thinking, okay, how is this going to work? So he cocks his bow, puts it on the chair. Then he stands the buckets up. He picks his cushion up. He kind of spins around, and then he grabs his bow and he kind of sits his fanny on the chair. And then while he's doing this, he's holding these buckets up. He sets his bow on top of the bucket, and then all of a sudden, boop, he shoots, friggin' arrow goes. So then I'm not sure if he had 1 arrow or 2 arrows up there, but then
He had to get down every single time.
then he has to set the buckets down. He has to set them so they don't roll back off the roof. The chair, he's still got the chair there, so he gets down, he gets his arrow, he comes back up. I'm going, why in the would you do something like that? But that's just who he is. That's what carpenters do, I guess.
I'm still struggling to get it up.
What,
So,
the video?
Yeah. So that was I made sure I got it on video just so that you guys could check out the people that I have to work with on something like this.
Watching it was pretty damn funny.
Yep, it was definitely interesting. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get it up.
that'd be a video that they'll be able to watch.
Oh
in
yeah,
the future.
it'll be on this weekend's video.
So after we got all that taken care of, and he did his thing, and we got our stuff around. We got the scaffold out of the barn, got that over, so we had outside. What the hell else did we do? Uncle Theo had one of these little things that go on the four-wheeler on the side-by-side,
Okay.
so you don't have to put your seatbelt on to go 60.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So we got that put on. Jake the Snake put that on.
Is it just like hot
Just-
wire in the seat,
Yeah,
basically?
it plugs in under the seat, I guess. So we got that done. And what else did we do? He cut grass while he was up there. I sat around and drank a lot of beer.
What?
Friday night.
Surprise!
Yeah,
Why'd you
Friday
do
night we had a
that?
nice fire out in front of the barn, so that was nice. Went in, watched a little TV, and went to bed.
Timmer said, yeah, went to bed. Got half cocked, then went to bed.
Oh yeah, it was like 1:30 when we went to bed.
Timmer mentioned the disco bed, which is it's not like doing the actual disco, but
Yeah.
it's the Cabela's bunk beds.
Oh yeah.
So, Timmer, we looked at those. I just feel like they're, yes, you could fall off from top or bottom bunk and not hurt yourself.
Why do you
But-
spell hurt like that? H-E-R-T.
Canadian.
Oh.
So while we're telling stories about camp, I might as well tell a story about you.
I want to hear it.
Well, it is a camp story,
I
so
want to hear it.
we got to be easy on camp
Oh
stories.
yeah, no, this is fine.
I want to hear
So
it.
definitely, if you would slow down,
I
I'll
wanna
get
hear
to
it.
it.
Just
I will slow down.
You're
If you
not-
slow down, I will get to it.
Hurry up.
So he gets up one night. Obviously Zach is not a booze drinker.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Booze makes Zach angry. He can drink beer all day long, but you get
I thought
so
booze was alcohol.
it is
Liquor.
Yeah,
Liqueur.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been using it
Yeah,
in
so
the wrong way.
so basically, we don't give Zach booze. So when we're sitting there and we're having old fashions or we're having shots or whatever, he doesn't get any because we know our limits with him. We don't want to have to
He
friggin'
doesn't like it anyway, though.
Also that too.
well, but you're at camp, so you could really get forced into it if you really wanted to.
Oh, okay.
And
Do you think if I dressed up as Zach for camp, you
No.
guys would know?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. You
So-
wouldn't be able to pee the bed enough.
so he gets up one night and
Oh.
he's pretty pie-eyed, and he's got to pee. Well, he really,
Drunk.
you're up at camp, so you really don't know where you're at. So
You
he
don't
friggin'
know where you're at.
he pulls the old wiener out, and old 5-spot Freddy gives him a good slug in the stomach, and yells at him. And I don't know what happened if he turned.
He said, "You better get your ass outside," because I must have had a full bladder and just it blurred my vision. I couldn't make it out the door, and
So
Oh my
before he
God.
left that week, he basically loaded down and peed right into all his clothes.
Oh, no.
that is correct.
And then he curled up on the floor and went to bed. So he was fine.
Bill said, Shelby in a sift voice. I want to hear it. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I'm
Oh,
not sure.
he was quoting what you did to Dad. I want to hear it.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would agree, Timmer. Peer pressure at camp, it's an ugly thing.
Especially at our camp.
Timmer, do you go to deer camp with a group of people? He never really talked about a deer camp before.
Timmer has his camp.
Yeah,
They-
but he,
With multiple people. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
talking about Timmer camp. I'm talking about Timmer and co. Like Timmer and friends.
Yeah, they all
Are
come
their
to
friends?
they all come to Timmer's camp.
oh, I didn't. I guess
we
I
didn't
didn't.
know that because we haven't
Is
talked
it
about
family? Is it friends? Or is
Yeah.
it?
Because with you guys, it's family.
Well, yeah, but we have plenty of friends around there.
I know, but that's not my
We need to.
question.
You need to read Oscar's comment.
Which part of the state is Sasquatch at?
Normally he's in the UP come deer camp. That's actually my cousin.
So we've had that conversation, Oscar, about
Talking about Louis.
Sasquatch. And I put it out on some of the hunting channels, and we got like a 50-50. 50% of the people said that, yes, Sasquatch is real, and 50% said no way in hell. It's hard to say.
I don't think he's real. It's probably just
If he's hanging out anywhere, it's got to be in Canada because no one wants to fucking go there to look for him.
Well, they all think that, all the women up there, they're all hairy as hell. So, hell, it could be anyone up there.
Eric has a very good point that he made. Why don't you guys run around the Detroit Pontiac areas and pick up baby cribs at yard sales? It'll be good for you drunks at deer camp. You can't fall out.
That's true story.
That's the point.
Yep.
True story.
Timmer
No.
said, "Yep, I invite."
They're
my
going to get a fucking seatbelt for me to wrap around the bunk so I won't be able to get up.
No, because if you're
just
sleeping
pee
above me,
yourself.
you're getting the hell off because you ain't peeing on me.
Timmer said, "Yep, I invite my friends to camp. We have a great group of guys, very diverse group." Can you guys picture my dad hunting?
No.
No.
Joe
He would
said-
have 3 beers and he'd say, "All right, guys, I'm going to bed." But he
3?
would cook and he would
He
clean.
would. He'd cook and clean. That'd be his favorite part.
So no offense here, Oscar, but we used to have a guy that come to our camp years ago. He was a garbage man. He owned a garbage company up in northern Michigan. So his nickname was Oscar, and it was because of the Oscar in a garbage can. So Oscar would come every year, and great guy, do absolutely anything. He always was bringing pies and cakes and food, and he'd be there 2 days and he'd bring food and beer for 17 days. So he gets there, and we set him up a place to stay and a place to sleep and all that. And he used to call it his 2 beer shag on
What?
because he wasn't a drinker.
Oh.
So he would have a couple of beers, and his eyes would start getting all squirrely, and he would sit there with his big grin
It's like
on
me.
his face.
I have one beer, and I'm just like, oh.
And then next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta go to bed."
Walter said,
Oh.
"Go ahead."
He said, "Hello, everyone. I'm back in Royal Oak, Michigan from my cabin in Sterling, Michigan. 2.5 weeks is not enough to relax. Can't wait to go back November 10th until the 30th.
See, that's a perfect amount of time.
2.5
20
weeks.
days? No, the 10th to the 30th.
My
Oh,
question
yeah.
is, why in the hell is he not up in there for October? He spent already another 2 weeks.
How
Walter, are
far
you
is
retired yet?
Sterling?
Sterling is right up by Shady.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe he goes up for a weekend trip, but maybe he's talking like a long trip.
That could
Well,
be.
the long trip was 2.5 weeks, which is a while.
But that's what he's saying. Like his next relaxing trip is
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
be that
Leo
long.
said like a houseboat trip.
My
Yeah.
relaxing trip, like a houseboat.
Yeah,
The one they
was
just went on.
Leo was on the houseboat with us.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a houseboat.
I told you when I got back. So Leo was like the Love Boat bartender Isaac. He was a stud when it come to. He brought a smoker up,
Okay.
so we had smoked everything. We had drinks, and all shots that you had come with whipped cream, which changes the whole friggin' flavor of shots. I don't care what
You're
kind
going
of
to be
shot
doing
is.
belly shots off Spook up there.
Oh no!
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no. But
Change the shot.
But so Leo would he brought out like smoked fish. He brings out like 3 or 4 pieces of smoked fish. Hey guys, brought some smoked fish out. So I'm sitting there, very quietly sipping my drink. Look around, no one's eating it. So I go over and break off a little piece. Like how I did that, like a squirrel.
ASMR, yeah.
That was actually
and-
really good.
And next thing you know, no one's still eating it. So I walked back over and took a little bit bigger piece. And next thing you know, I just took the whole piece because no one was eating it.
You
I-
were chewing on some lead weights next.
Yeah, I ended up eating the 3 pieces of fish, and then 5 seconds later, he's like, "Hey guys, I got smoked hot salmon dip."
Yeah.
So here I go scooping that stuff out. Timmer, I'm sorry.
Holy shit. CTP told the same story last week.
I guess it's time for me to go.
Aw.
Shall we
Leo,
read
hey, Leo wasn't
Oscars?
here last week, so I wanted to give him the kudos on his food and his
Shelby.
drink.
Shelby,
What?
are you focusing?
No.
Okay, focus.
Take her phone away.
I'm going to.
You are not. I'm an adult. Do not take my phone away.
Well, then you need to pay attention.
This is my podcast. You're gonna put your damn phone away.
Don't.
Read Oscars.
He said, "Sorry, my English is bad." That one.
No.
No.
Clearly you weren't paying attention if you were reading that one.
Obviously, I literally said I wasn't paying attention. The last long one, he said, "I believe in Sasquatch because my late grandfather saw the same things. We called her Mawas. Don't get it confused by
Orangutan.
orangutan because it's different. its feet are backwards. What? And then he said, and it needs to cover its nose with leaves when it's raining.
Huh.
Why?
So it's just like the ooh-ah birds in the UP.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what the ooh-ah bird is?
No, that's what I said.
So an ooh-ah bird is a bird that flies backwards. And then that way, when it's flying, when it eats like spicy stuff, flies like ooh-ah, 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 cooling his bung off. So we call them ooh-ah birds. Because you hear them. You're sitting in your deer blind, you hear it's like either that or a ninja bird. Like there's a bird.
So the name is not actually ooh-ah.
You see the bird flying, and you hear the wings like they're going really fast. So it's almost like a karate bird, like they're.
Everybody
So you made this up.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And he's fucking giggling over there, too.
Timmer said cut back on the peanut butter.
I don't have peanut butter tonight, Timmer.
Walter said
I drank it all.
Walter said I feed the deer turkey. I feed the deer, turkey, raccoons, trash pandas. Man, the deer love the chocolate chip muffins from Costco. Tree chicken squirrels. Wow, they eat better than me.
Hell, I would like a Costco muffin as well, as you can see.
They're huge. Timmer said, Connie,
That's
rum
what she
makes you
said.
smart. Connie said, at least, Shelby, at least Zach isn't trying to sell you. I mean, I guess.
That's yet.
Speaking of Michigan Dog Man, how's that Michigan 3,224 coming?
You have to read the whole comment. He said, we only have the Michigan Dog Man up here, even a song called The Legend of Michigan Dog Man. I
Well,
don't know. what
mine
that
was
is.
different. I was going based off the dog
Yeah,
sled race that's coming
the
up.
Dog sled
Well,
race.
I
Yeah,
know.
I'll probably get that information while I'm out in the UP.
Yeah,
I'll
for
be-
sure.
I'll be asking.
It's
around
only
for
taking
people
you
up there.
14 weeks just to get this damn information.
You-
It is
Will
what it is. I mean, you can't just go in there. You have
Oh.
to investigate every single story. So I did call a couple of people, and I
How
got.
long does this bet go on for?
Oh, there's no bet, is there?
There was a bet. It was breakfast.
Oh well, then you have to at least get me through the UP anyway.
This
Once I get
started
to the UP,
14 weeks ago.
God, I hope I get that friggin' paper at the friggin' at the Bridge restaurant, and it's got it in there.
It might.
It could have.
Yeah, I agree, Timmer.
Zach, I read something about the dog race. It happened once back in 1966 in July.
That's all I need is one time, Timmer. That is all I need.
In July, they were pulling horse buggies too.
Could be. Could be. So I was up in Gladwin this weekend picking up that stove, and holy cow, there's a whole bunch of Amish people up there. I passed a couple of them. I blew smoke at them with the diesel. Kids are like, screw you. No, really, it didn't happen.
Oscar said I'm assuming he's talking about Sasquatch still.
Yep.
They are smarter than what we think because their nose hole upward, and that's why they use the big leaf as an umbrella. What big leaf is he talking about?
The big leaf.
That goes on their nose.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
And the last comment that you read.
Oh,
See, here's the thing there, Oscar, is we have 50%. We have people that believe in Sasquatch and people that don't. So
I just think it's like one of
I
those
think you're talking to
old
the wall with
stories.
these guys because they don't believe. Is what it is.
It's not an old wives' tale. What would you consider like an urban legend type thing?
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I just don't think it's real. It's just a made up character for funsies.
Well, who made it up? What's the legend of Sasquatch?
Probably
Some
you.
drunk guy sitting in the UP.
No, he's
Exactly.
probably from Canada.
Maybe it was Timmer. But no, I think it's like urban legends are fun and lighthearted, and you know what I mean? It's always something to talk about, but I don't think that they're necessarily real.
Yes, deer camp is coming quick. I'll tell you what, it's a great time of year because it's one of them things that you just get out. You get to see buddies that you haven't seen in years. And it's always nice to get to Stahav's when you're sitting inside the camp. Stahav's got this great big giant window, like a big bow window. And you're sitting there having a drink. Next thing you know, you hear, and everyone looks over, and what do you see, Zach?
Someone's ass crack. pressed up against the window.
They got their friggin' bare ass stuck on the friggin' window, and it's like looking at a car deer accident. You gotta look,
Yep.
and then you all giggle and go back to doing what you're doing.
And who does it first?
Usually the friggin' clowns from
Reed Camp.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Reed Camp. The Reeds.
The Reeds.
I didn't meet them.
No, you did not. That's where my brothers are from.
I did opening day. I sent them.
Two bald-headed fucks that look just like me with beards.
Oh, yeah.
One has a shittier beard, but is way older than me, and
Why didn't they come?
the other one's about 5'2", but he's got big beard.
And he's very angry. They call him Spooky.
Oh.
So anyway, I did send them all a text opening morning.
Okay.
It was that picture that was sent out to you on your birthday from Lurch.
Not sure.
And it was the that when someone sat on gum.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I sent that to all them guys. I only got one response back, and that was from Prison Mark, which he hasn't been on lately. I wonder if he's okay.
No, he's not okay, but that's
No,
for other reasons.
I understand that.
That's not nice. Walter said the last person at deer camp has to shovel the BS stories out of my camp.
So we had a couple of years ago. Zach always has this thing about RK, one of my brothers. Zach one year was super bored in deer camp, so he
Hold on, you can't tell what I told you today.
no.
Okay.
So he was super bored at deer camp, and he always says, "Hey, can you send me a picture of RK?" And throughout the year you got boating pictures and whatever. So he just wants to use the face anyway, so it doesn't matter. So he gets this picture and he scrolls through and he takes and he puts his face on someone else's body. So there's a picture floating around with the guy that caught the big Chinook, and the guy's friggin' wiener is hanging out the guy's shorts. So next thing you know, it's got my brother's picture on this thing he's like, "Hey, check this out. I caught this giant fish." And it's always a good one for the girls and whatnot. So we had T-shirts made up a couple of years ago, and we left one of them at one of the neighboring camps, in their outhouse, which we thought was appropriate. But that was one of the good times that you have at deer camp.
And it's one of those things that, like, you don't expect it the first time you expect it, but then you don't expect the shirts the next year, and then you don't expect X, Y, and Z that comes after that, like the years of his favorite sporting goods store.
So the one year we were up there, we went to the Huskies football game in Houghton Hancock area. We have a relative that was playing football up there, so we went up there, and this was a year that Brother Mark was not able to come right away. He had to come a couple of days later. So we had all our people there, and we're like, well, let's get a picture. So we start searching around, and we got, like this one and that one, this one, that, different size people. Well, Zach is one of the shorter people, and RK is one that he's a little bit bigger than Zach. So we're like, hey, we need someone to fill in for RK. So we got this little short lady. She had to have been like 4 foot tall. She had this blue snowmobile suit on from the 70s, which was cool as hell. She's like, yeah, we need to have you stand in. It's like, well, I don't want to stand in for someone else. She's like, no, we'll just paste their face on them. So later we get RK's face on this lady, and she's like 4 foot tall, and he's like, "These guys, couldn't you pick someone a little taller?"
That's what you get for being late.
One of my favorite pictures.
Yep, that one is good.
That one always pops up every year.
Rob said, can you leave work at home when you go to deer camp?
Can I?
It's just a general question.
Oh, I think that.
I think because you own your own plumbing business, I think he's actually wondering. Like, do you still have to answer calls? And
I don't answer. I only answer calls from my girls that work for me. It's one of them things that, if it's an emergency, they'll call me and I'll try to talk them through it. And actually, only up to the last year or 3 years, we've actually got spotty service up there. So Some days you get good service. Some days you don't get good service. Some days you got to be in your blind to get service. I mean, it's hard to say. But as a rule, we have Zach, myself. My brother is a plumber. My nephew is a roofing guy now, works for a commercial roof company. And my other brother is retired. So, you're always talking about some sort of work, but overall, I think it's basically more about camp and what
It's
you
more
can do.
bullshitting conversation
Yeah, you're-
rather than actual like work conversation.
You're always looking to see how you can improve camp and what you can do and different stuff and whatever. So, what do you think, Shelby?
I mean, sounds fun, but I'm not allowed to go.
That's correct. But I wanted to keep you involved in the whole conversation
Oh,
because
thank you.
you look like you're a little bit bored over there.
Why does everybody say I'm bored?
Well,
Bill
I
because
said
do
it
look
first.
spacey.
because
I
you
know,
were
Bill.
you're chewing your nails and not
I
really
still-
paying attention.
I have a hang now. I'm paying attention.
I'm still into the whole next year send Shelby to hunter safety.
Oh yeah, I think that would be awesome.
And it probably would have happened sooner if
Well,
if it
we-
wasn't so close to deer hunting, we
Yeah.
probably would have done it.
We didn't think about that until right at the end. So
That'd be fun.
yeah,
Do it. How much does it cost me?
It won't cost you anything. CTP will pay for it.
yep.
Hmm.
Can you take the video?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring a camera with
Yeah,
it.
perfect.
What to Hunter say? Are you allowed to
Yeah.
record that stuff?
Why not?
When you get done, Shelb,
You'll get one of those
you
patches.
get one of them patches, baby. Michigan DNR Hunter Safety, and then check this one out, Shelb.
Well, can we show them to the camera?
Yeah.
You got to move your hand off to the side, Shelby.
So the first one in Michigan, we get the Michigan Safe Hunter DNR patch,
Oh,
which
that's
I'm
so
not
cute.
sure how long I've had this, or if this is mine, or if this is Zach's, or what the story is. But we actually kept that around because we've actually got a T-shirt, I believe, don't we?
Yes.
That has this logo in the back. No, it does not. It has the 1929
Yes, the
license
patch,
patch
yes.
on the back of it. And then this is what you get when you shoot a deer of whatever size, shape, kind that's legal. Successful deer hunter, Michigan,
They
19,
send that out.
1985.
I don't
like,
think they send it out.
You actually, when you register your deer, or when you stop at a deer checkpoint, they used to give you one of these.
Oh, they don't do that anymore.
Well, if you check your deer, they'll give you, or they used to. I don't know if they still do or not, but kind of cool.
Okay.
I wonder if they send them out in the mail when you have to call in your deer
Yeah.
this year.
Good. Well, I heard that was changed.
Already?
I heard that the governor, or not the governor, some of the people from the government have tried to block that.
Really? Bill told me, Shelby, come down for a day and fish while they're hunting. In the cold?
Yeah, you were cold last time.
Yeah,
It was
we're-
April and I was freezing.
We're lucky that we got you out there. Then I actually
I had
thought.
fun.
I actually thought when we got down there that you were going to bail out like an hour after you got there. So I was pretty happy. I was
Well,
pretty
I
proud
wouldn't
of
do
you.
that.
Well,
It was extremely cold.
It was freezing.
so it would have made sense. It's
No, I
nothing
wouldn't.
against you.
No,
but thank
yeah.
God you stayed there because look how nice it got in the afternoon.
And I caught 24 fish.
Yeah, we caught 23 in
23.
Ohio and 24 in Michigan.
No, 24 in Ohio.
Oh,
23 in
whatever,
Michigan.
whatever.
Uh,
Connie took hunter safety 30 years ago. Nowadays they put this on. Do they put it on in school? What's it? No, you guys
That's
took the
boater
boater
sa-
safety.
Boater safety.
wait, Bill and I can't go out on a boat in the November.
He said last year he was breaking ice with his boat.
Oh, I'm not going
He's
out
got
on
a
the water.
$400,000 boat that he's just crushing through ice
Heck no.
sickles.
If we sat down on like to fish through like an ice hole, I would do that.
Yeah, like ice
Like-
fishing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when you catch a polar bear.
He said it's warmer now than it was then. True, but we're talking November.
And the question being is, when Bill said he breaks ice, he didn't say anything about fishing.
It was a jingle, jingle,
That's right.
jingle,
He
jingle.
was breaking them for his whiskey.
So he wants me to go to Ohio so I could be his drink slave?
No, to
No.
get drunk with him,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh.
You guys would probably be sitting in the lawn chairs together in the
I don't want
friggin'
to
barn.
sleep in the boat.
Well, that's no fun at all.
Yeah, it's for the experience.
In the November time?
Well, you will only sleep for a couple hours till you sobered up a little bit.
It's a long drive home.
So anyway, yeah,
I liked that I slept the whole way home.
yeah, it's a long drive down there as well, and a long drive home.
Yeah.
The drive down's not as bad because you're wide awake and you're happy to get there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The ride
Walter
back always
said,
sucks.
I used to teach hunter safety class years ago in Berkeley, Michigan. That's where my dad grew up.
Maybe Walter and your dad know each other.
Walter, where'd you go to high school?
I think Walter's. He's older.
I mean, my dad's brother has one older brother.
That is correct.
So you never know.
Well-
Connie said I got out of boater safety school. Also, I'm too old. See,
Yes.
Connie says Shelby likes nappetizers. Yes,
Nappetizers.
I do like nappetizers.
The old nappetizer.
Anybody who gets my name for Secret Santa, just know I like nappetizers.
So did Bill actually see his thing here? His
Huh?
board?
Yes, he did. He said it's
you-
cool. He said it's badass.
Chuck
Chuck-
said, Shelby, stick to fishing. Deer camp is no fun for sheltered private school girls.
Listen,
true.
Chuck, I went to we had a spring fling with our deer camp people, and I went, and I think I was the star of the show, honestly.
I believe it.
I was.
Was that before?
I
or
cooked the whole time. I made s'mores.
Oh, you're talking about spring fling up in
Yeah,
UP.
not spring fling at a school dance.
I
Yeah.
think the only thing I want to correct myself here. The s'mores were awesome. I will
Uh-huh.
give you that.
Yes.
It was really cool to see Shelby walk out of Stahava been hunting his camp and say, Dad, is there coffee made? I said, no, but you could make coffee. I'm making bacon right now, so you can make some coffee. And then she come out and she said, Dad, I've never used one of these percolator coffee pots.
I never have.
I've never used one of these kind of coffee pots. How do I make coffee in it? So I give her the whole rundown. Okay, well, there on the counter, you got a piece of paper towel. Take and tear a little hole in there, shove it down inside the percolator, put your coffee in there and perk it for 3 minutes, and then slow her down. Perk it till it gets on the boil and slow her down.
Mm-mm.
And it was good coffee. I give you kudos.
It wasn't bad for my first time,
But
but then
Prac-
I had a breakfast beer instead.
practice makes perfect.
Yes. Bill said
Breakfast-
I took naps on the boat when we
You-
went
you
walleye
did.
fishing. Did I?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
I did. Oh, I was nodding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt bad. I remember. Sorry, Bill. Bill said a weekend is different than a week or so in camp. It is.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're in camp for a week, when you're in deer camp for a week, you have to adjust a little bit. So when I was when I was on the friggin' houseboat, I made the adjustments down there. Because
You were practicing for
Huh?
deer
I
camp.
was.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was.
What
I
does
was
that mean?
investigating.
He
So
was getting drunk.
my
Oh.
drink of choice, as a rule, is Captain Morgan and Coke.
Yes.
Well, when you
Or
Huckleberry,
Huckleberry,
lemonade,
or
and a splash of
old-fashions,
water with ice
or
cubes.
Bush lattes.
Yeah, well,
or Budweiser.
okay, so anyway, anything that someone gives me
Yeah.
is my drink of choice.
His drink of choice is jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to get me a drink?
That's one thing. That's one rule we have at our camp. This is a great rule for you guys. The young guy makes drinks.
The fun guy?
No, actually, it's the
No, that's a plant.
it's the rookie that comes into camp. So a few years ago, we had 3 falls ahead of you, Jimmy, that come to camp, and he was a drink bitch all weekend because he was the new guy in camp. So he always thought, well, I'll just get these guys hammered and they won't want me to make drinks no more. No, we just got hammered and went to bed early.
Yeah.
So the drink guy kind of controls the party. So if you want to stay up a little longer,
Set
you
the
don't make
pace.
him you don't make him quite so heavy. At the end of the night, you always know you're going to go to bed with a head full. So
A head full.
head full
Head
of
full
booze.
of booze.
Or beer, because booze is not beer, apparently.
That's true.
Correct.
So weird. That's not true, Matt. In
It's
my
all the same
dictionary-
shit.
Yeah, booze is just
Walter
alcohol.
says, "Get a P-38 Army opener, and the laughing will begin." I'm intrigued.
What's that?
I don't know. Have no
Get
idea.
her a P-38 Army opener. Me or Connie?
Connie, you tried chew when you were 17.
I feel like I'd throw up.
That stuff will F you up.
Didn't I ask Ben for some chew in Rhode Island when
Oh,
I
that
was
would have
drunk?
been awesome. I
I'm
chewed
pretty
for
sure
2
I did.
years. I quit for
No, you
like
did not.
I did
That's
l-
disgusting.
long time ago. And I quit for like a year, and then my brother said, "Hey, you want some chew?" I thought it was a great idea. Until I took a pinch, and next thing you know, I was starting to turn a little green around the gills. It's like, yeah, no, I'm getting rid of this.
What does that mean?
Tummy started hurting. He was gonna
getting
fucking.
a little.
No, that
Doesn't it give you like a little buzz, kind of?
yeah, you get like a shock of nicotine buzz, and you're like,
Yikes.
you get lightheaded, and you're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
good stuff here.
People don't realize how addicting nicotine
Oh, yeah.
is. I had a patient once, not to get off topic. He chewed for a long time, had to have his jaw removed on one side.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Bill said when mixed drinks, they are just like mine.
Say that fast 3 times.
Whiskey, whiskey mixed with ice.
So Bill makes the
Bill has a
mix-
can opener in his wallet. And Eric said he's chewed for almost 30 years.
Really?
Eric,
It's a long time.
your gums are probably
Hey,
going to fall off.
one thing we know is he's dedicated.
That's right. I could, never mind. So what was the
The funny thing is, he knows when he's about to say something stupid, then he goes, never mind.
I pull her back.
But then I want to hear it.
No, because that means
No, you
it's
don't wanna
probably
hear it.
stupid enough
Yeah,
that you
you
shouldn't
don't
say
want to
it.
hear it because I've just taken it to.
Bill said since I was 13, I just turned 49, I'm guessing he's saying. 36 years of Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
What's Copenhagen? Is it chew?
It's a chew.
Since
yeah.
I was
Bill.
13.
Stop
Yep.
chewing. Connie
Copenhagen.
said, oh, I had the biggest shit grin. Then I was like, nope, give me a few and I'll hit the tube or wakeboard.
I'll tell you what, it's good to give you that really you want to get
That's
that quick buzz.
That's probably why when people do drugs, they rub it on their gums
be.
because it gets there fast. It's
Yeah, that's exactly why.
it's crazy.
Cocaine, you rub it on
Right.
your gums. It's
Yeah.
called a number.
Ugh.
And then it gets in your bloodstream quicker.
That's crazy
Number.
that you know that. Eric said, I am commitment oriented.
Oh, it's a military can opener, is what he said. I didn't hear
Yeah, the
that conversation.
P-38.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Um,
Old style.
What else do you think Eric has been committed to for 30 years?
Well,
come on,
how-
you gotta
how-
think. You gotta
How
think. of
long's him and
something.
Connie been together?
That's not the question.
Chuck D made a good point. So is Mr. Badass? Does that mean you're a spitter?
Mic drop
my.
on that one.
That was good.
Bill says I only have 2 cavities. Me too, Bill, and I'm so upset about it.
Hey,
My
Bill's,
first 2 cavities
Bill's
ever.
only got one tooth. He's got one cavity on both sides.
Bill does not only have 1 tooth. Bill, how many teeth you got? Send us a selfie.
Bill, have you got the big friggin' beard back? I want Bill with
I
the
think he
big,
was growing it.
with the big beard back.
Wait, didn't I ask him if he ever played Santa?
Because
I don't know.
he's too much of a drunk, angry guy to be Santa.
I think that's
Angry guy, I
perfect.
don't think that's Bill.
That's
No, I don't think
that's
he's
a
angry. He's
number,
just-
Bill.
What would you do if you took your kid to the mall to sit on Santa's lap? You get
And
there,
it's
he
fucking
smells
Bill.
like booze. No, not that it's Bill.
Oh.
Smell like booze. They're hungover, slurring their words. What do you do?
You know what I want a picture of this
You'd
year?
say, "Hey, Zach, how you doing?"
I want a picture of Bill dressed as Santa sitting in a lawn chair in the back of his boat in November.
Yeah,
thought
well,
you were
you
gonna
know
say
the
him
next
sitting
Snow
on
covered
someone's
and
lap.
all.
the next spot he's gonna wake up with 2 inches of snow in the
Yeah.
back of the boat.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's almost 9 o'clock.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Time flies when
Edward, snowman.
Yep.
you get these crew. I'll tell you what. I'm excited for you guys to come to Aruba.
Me too. You
It's-
guys don't, but so far you're not going. You don't have your ticket.
Just relax.
He's
on that.
fucking last minute Mike for everything.
You know what? Right now I don't have the friggin'. I got so much stuff going on right now. It's gonna be a late thing. We'll get her.
We'll get her.
Get her done.
Connie said with a poll bill, I'll send. Connie, I can't. I don't know what you're saying.
Towel bikini.
He's gonna send a wool bikini.
Bill
So-
said I'm working on it. I have shaved for a couple months. Like the whole thing, like bald chin.
No.
Oh,
I'm thinking he hasn't shaved in a couple of
Yeah,
months.
it hasn't.
So
Remember, words were hard for him earlier.
So
Oh, yeah.
here's
I mean,
my
he's
thing.
He's typing a lot straighter now.
That's
So
true.
he's probably talked to text.
Sobering up.
Yeah.
He's probably sitting in the barn, got the friggin' heat on in the barn, and
I got the heat on by my feet.
looking at his boat, looking at his sinkers, going, God, I could have just shoved these couple of friggin' sinkers in that
And
walleye,
I would have won.
and I could have friggin' been there.
Brand new Ranger boat.
Yep.
Has Bill ever won any walleye competitions or fishing competitions at all?
Well, he
Any
did
in
when we
general?
were down there. I thought he did a great job for us.
No, has he won like
Double
fished in
shot charters with Bill McConnell.
Has he entered a contest and won? I don't know. I don't know if I asked him.
I guess right now you just
Yeah,
ask
you
him.
did.
No, when
Technically did.
I'm saying when we were down there. Timmer said cougars like when you're shaved. Okay. I need to start reading these really quickly.
Yes, you
in my
should.
head.
Why? What was wrong with that one?
I just didn't like it. Chuck said, lots of fun. CTP chat crew put snowmobiling on the agenda.
Snowmobiling is always on the agenda.
That would scare me. I don't think I'll ever go snowmobiling.
I heard the other day that Super K said, you can sell my sled because she likes the activity,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not real crazy on riding.
I heard her say that.
So it's one of them things that I hate to sell it because as soon as you sell it, she's going to go, oh, I'd like to go riding. And then
Just
I thought,
keep it.
well, hers is brand new. Mine's a little older. So why would not sell hers or sell mine and keep hers?
I
Like-
think you should just keep it for now
Well, I will.
until
I
she
will.
actually doesn't ride. Because if you're up there, I mean, it's paid off. There's
Yeah,
no reason.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Bring it, and then, whatever. Timmer said. Yeah, see? Timmer. Yeah, I fell into it. And it I tapered off as I was reading it. I was like, cougars, yeah. Don't do that to me anymore, Timmer.
That's very possible, Connie. I could have had that.
What? Maybe
Well,
that was the race
when I
that he
broke
was
down,
thinking
yeah.
about, and he broke down and
Had dogs pull
dogs
them in.
pull him out.
Except they caught me on the way around on the 1,000-miler.
yeah. Yep.
What? Oh, the dogs.
Yeah.
So
dog sled
anyway, you
race.
bunch of pricks.
Bill said never won any fishing tournaments. Going to fish a few
Loots next year.
What's a loot?
Lake Erie Walleye Tournament.
Have you ever watched My Cousin Vinny? Ute. What's a ute?
You know what? Do you know a ute is?
No, have you ever watched that movie?
I
No.
probably have, but I don't
Oh
remember.
my gosh, it's mine and my dad's favorite movie.
I know what you're saying, pumpkin.
Don't call me that.
Uh,
I'm telling my dad that you called me pumpkin.
Dad, your mom's not even here no more.
She's on Small Town.
No,
but
I think she left.
maybe she did.
She could have. Okay, so it's 9 p.m.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. It's 9 p.m.
My dad's gonna say probably LOL back. Yeah. Are you asking for the fun fact of the day? Because I have it.
Hey Zach, you want to have a beer?
What?
That's what her dad would say.
Oh, yeah. I turned him down for my birthday dinner. He was pissed.
Well, that's bullshit.
No, and then he was proud.
I was just trying to be productive.
Yeah.
So
says-
what'd you do? You help him
Um,
mow
He had
his
water.
grass or something?
No, I've been working a lot on laser shit, so
Oh.
I gotta. The less I focus on that bullshit, the more I can actually get done.
There you go. There you go.
Are you ready for the fun fact?
Wait
of
a
the
minute.
Day?
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
You said it, and I got
Rob
excited.
said he is off to the mountain resort, South Carolina, in 2 weeks to trout fish with a group of guys
Cool.
on the newbie.
Uh-oh. that's
Fanugi,
Rob
you
being
better
the
make
newbie.
those goddamn drinks.
Yep. Make sure the drinks are good, Rob. Make sure you're up. You get them friggin' beers to them guys. Clean off that table. Get everything going because that is your job. Next morning, everyone has their job, and that would be your job, Rob. Make sure they don't go thirsty.
Bill said this crew is on Tuesday, and it's like going to Cheers and drinking.
True story. True story. So Edward put the old meme of 9 o'clock there, but that's actually, it looks like it's 3 o'clock on his meme.
It does look like
Yeah.
it's 3 o'clock. It's probably
So-
just
And it's not a
o'clock.
meme; it's a
It's an
emoji.
emoji.
Whatever.
It's a
so,
meme.
So back to,
Maybe.
before we go.
The white elephant.
No.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
care about the white elephant. I'm gonna go dig around and find something
Oh,
cool
okay.
and send it out.
Yep.
So I think that Edward should set us up with a Balashi tour when we're down there.
How many weeks in a
said
row are you
that
gonna say this?
Literally
Every week
2
until he
times.
says, "Yes, I've got you
But-
hooked up."
You think he
No,
just has a
Edward-
connect at Balashi?
He's got to have a
Edward
connection.
only speaks emoji, so he wouldn't be able to tell us anyway.
Well, that's true. That's
It
true.
would be the dancing people.
What about
on their way.
Shreesmo?
Oh my goodness. Charisma.
Maybe she can hook us up down there.
Maybe.
Anyway.
9 p.m. here and 9 a.m. out there is what Oscar said.
Oh,
Oh, where's he in
Malaysia.
Malaysia. So Oscar's probably sitting at his desk working and checking us out, which I
See?
appreciate so much.
Too much peanut butter, Timmer said. Timmer, it's Bailey's. this
Bailey's
week.
today.
Yeah, we got the Baileys today. I'm going to have to get to the
That's
store.
your Christmas drink.
I know it, but I got
milk
I
on
got
Christmas morning.
I have another giant bottle upstairs that's not Bailey's, it's the offshoot one.
Ed-
All taste the same.
Oh, the Kirkland one.
Yeah. Yep.
Edward said Balashi Brewery, Tropical Company, Coca-Cola plant.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely support them when I'm down there.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'd be good to get those videos because we've seen the same Aruba videos year after year after
Well,
year.
you're gonna get me and Jimmy friggin' racing. Well, Jimmy
Jimmy's
won't be
not
there.
going.
Yeah.
That's why
Jimmy
we're going.
won't be
So it
there.
looks like I'm going to have to get in shape because I'm beating your ass.
Old fat guy. I got the fat guy racing. You know I get a head start.
No.
You're a lot younger than me.
No.
I got to get a head
That's
start.
not
Absolutely
how
not.
it works. No. 0.
Anyway, it's 9:03.
903. Are you saying I'm allowed to talk about my fun fact now?
Well, I was looking at the rest of the comments, see if we needed to cover anything else while we're here. okay.
So,
I guess we're done.
we're good. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully it's better than last week's.
It is. So this one is Santa's reindeer would all be females. Only female reindeer keep their antlers throughout the winter. And explanation of this. While the existence of Santa's reindeer is a question outside of the bounds of science, it's true that female reindeer are likely to be the only reindeer with antlers on December 25th. That's because the males shed theirs earlier in the season, and this would make Santa's antler-bearing team an all-female one.
Bunch of bitches.
Bunch of girls.
So then, actually, you never know if you're going to get your gifts on the 25th or if you're going to get them on the 26th because most of them are doing their friggin' antlers.
What?
Their hair.
Yeah, get it?
Oh. That was dumb. But that was a cool fun fact. It was deer and hunting and Santa and Christmas.
Okay, before we go, I have to hit Walter up with a fun fact. Great Bear Hunting Show on 906 Upper Peninsula, Michigan. So 906 there's a show, and I know that Wild Bill is a member because I see him on there a lot. But the 906 guy that runs that TV show, Grandpa actually shot a bear from him.
Really?
Yep. It goes back a few years ago, but that's when he shot his bear. He was hunting with John Ron up there. So yep.
Fun.
So anyway, Shelp, you want to take
Yep.
us out of here?
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight on our Tuesday night live stream, episode 26. If you haven't already, please take a minute to hit the like button on our live stream and subscribe right below that so that you'll be notified every Sunday when we post a new video and every Tuesday night when we go live. And while you're at it, check out our YouTube channel, Small Town Laser Creations, just to see some things that we're up to. And also, again, if you want to participate in our White Elephant Secret Santa Exchange, click at the top link on the top of our chat so that you can send an email of your name and just some information that I'm going to need.
Y'all good?
Nope. Happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Happy
Mr. Badass and
anniversary.
Cooney.
Yep, to Cooney and Eric.
How many years,
2.
Mr. and Coon?
2.
2 years?
No, I don't know.
Well, could be. Could be.
I don't know how many years.
Well, happy anniversary, Mr. Badass and Connie. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for staying here with us and enjoying it with us. And 6 years. 6 years.
10,
and then
10, 15.
Connie says 10, 10, 15. So maybe it's 25. It's hard to say. Anyway, hope you enjoy your evening.
She said 7, dumbass.
7. Fuck.
I love it.
Damn it. Forgot
Oh,
again.
That's going to be a fun anniversary trip.
Yep. So at that, you better make sure you buy her something nice. And
Uh-huh. He
I
did. He
guess-
got her that flashlight that was as big as her whole body.
oh, that was a giant flashlight. You know why she got him that?
I don't want to
He
know.
got her that?
Don't tell me.
Okay.
Keep
All
going.
right. Anyway, appreciate everyone stop by. If you're in Bay City, Michigan this weekend, come and see Charley the Plumber. We'll be running out and around town and having some drinks with 16-foot deer blind guy and his bride, and Super K and I will be there. So Enjoy the evening and just stop in Small Town Laser Creations. We will see ya.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.